Yo, 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 everybody. Let's see if today's going to play nice, huh? I wasn't able to figure out why yesterday's live streams weren't working. Like, for whatever reason, the archive showed up and everything, but we just, for whatever reason, it wasn't showing up when we were on the live feed, but I see us now. It looks like we're all good, so... Oh my God. How are we doing, everybody? I'm excited. I'm excited to get some gameplay, under our belts today, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get a better look at Mario Kart, maybe. Some of the other smaller games that we saw, maybe some of the partners stuff even, but I obviously, like, all I want to see is first party stuff. Like, that's really what I'm hoping for today. But we shall see. Let me just share the old link here with the Discord and let everybody know that we are rocking and rolling. I'm really interested in seeing what they have for us today. Especially considering I think the financials of it all, I think definitely like left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I hope they have something significant and exciting to show, We'll see. We'll see. All right, let me just share this link with everybody. And we'll see how we make out today, All right. Unfortunately, I'm riding solo this morning. Sierra was gonna join me, but she unfortunately had to back out. But she should be back with me tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have a lively conversation in chat today, and we'll all hopefully have some good stuff to talk about and not just freaking out about the price point of games and stuff. Oh, man. All right. All right. Hey, what's up, Wakahula? We are so back. I am so stoked to see some footage today, All right. Just shared the link with everybody. We should be good to go. Oh, let me throw that up on Patreon as well. Yo, Wakahula, tell me what are you hoping to see today? Like, if it was up to you, what would we spend this hour on? Are you more excited about a deep dive on one particular game? Are you kind of hoping for a smattering of like a couple, maybe 20 minutes of a few games? I'm interested in what like the format is going to be today. Okay. Boom. All right, cool. Link is shared it with everybody. So now I can just focus. Because I'll tell you what. I'm pretty excited. We got 5 minutes, baby. 5 minutes. Wakahula says, I want to know more technical details. We still don't know how NVIDIA is involved. Well, we know that they made the custom card, right? What specifically are you interested in? Like, in terms of like maybe like certain NVIDIA software that's going to be taken advantage of or something like that? Like, what how do you envision that being explored? Because I am so DLSS, I think we actually got an official confirmation of that this morning. Let me take a look. I think I just saw that on I think I just saw that on Blue Sky. Let me see. I could have sworn I saw. Yeah. Okay. I got it. So there's an article from IGN today from Wesley Yin Poole, who said Nintendo has confirmed that Switch 2 uses DLSS and ray tracing technology, but has yet to go into detail on how exactly or show them off. So yeah, maybe today is the day that we get a look at that, like, proper. That would be really cool. I would be very into that. Just like a nice, like, tech, like, kind of like Mark Cerny did with, like, the PlayStation, like, where it's just like, like, yeah, like, let's talk about the tech, let's talk about how it works and all that. Yeah, I think you're right, Wakahula. I think the microphone tech is also NVIDIA. Yeah, for sure. That like noise canceling cone stuff they Ken uses that when we record. They have like a whole suite of like creator features or whatever, and that's one of them. So they didn't mention if the stuff kicks in when you dock the device. Like, does it go into DLSS quality in the dock? Is it DLSS performance in handheld mode? I'm interested in how that works myself. And like, when we saw footage yesterday, like, was any of that taking advantage of it or not? Because I don't know, it's interesting because, like, I saw this thing earlier that Chewy shared with me. It's a PDF of a list of games that Nintendo knows they're compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, but there's some performance issues that they're, like, currently investigating. So part of me wonders if, like, are some of the things that we were shown, like, vertical slices of games that are not ready yet and are not maybe taking full advantage of stuff like because I remember you commented, I think it was you that said this, Wakahula, right? That there was a couple games that looked a little bit choppier than you'd expect, right? And I'm interested because some of the games I thought looked really, really clean and sharp, and some of them looked not bad, but like they were not maybe the most performant version of the game, right? Like something like Cyberpunk. And I guess my question is that, like, the Switch 2 is generally as powerful as, like, a PS4 Pro, like we heard, and is that just kind of the benchmark we can expect? Or is it a situation where that game isn't coming out until later this year or early next year maybe, and it hasn't been fully optimized, and we're seeing a vertical slice of a game that will be maybe running a little bit differently at launch? So I don't know. It's an interesting question. I wonder, Wakahula says, I wonder if those unsupported games use some kind of quirk of the Switch 1 to boost performance. Daemon X Machina and Elden Ring didn't look too hot. Didn't look that hot, IMO. Yeah, so with the unsupported games, yeah, that's an interesting thing for me. Is like, I remember Max made the comment yesterday that there are, like, certain Nintendo games that don't have the ability to do game capture because they're using, like, all of the system's RAM to run, and I'm wondering if maybe there's some kind of, like, overclocking feature or something like that, and that's happening in the background that we're, like, not fully aware of. And yeah, maybe there's something to that list of, like, what, like, that's what I'm interested in. Is, like, I haven't had a chance to really dive into the list and, like, cross-examine it, and, like, I'm wondering if there's any common denominator between the games. Like, are they, like, more performant games, or are they like games that maybe didn't run that great in the first place, or I don't know. It's an interesting question. Daemon X Machina, I wouldn't judge too harshly yet, just because it's like we don't really know like how far in development it is. So I'm like, not that I disagree with you, but it's like that could be a game that's like, you know, still a bit away. Because I don't think we got a release window on that at all, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe they did say it was like a 2026 game, and I'm misremembering. But I mean, the first game wasn't that good either, so I wouldn't be that surprised. Elden Ring, I was interested in because like I didn't think it looked bad, but I thought it looked like it was what it looks like when it's running on like last gen hardware, right? Like it looked kind of like the PlayStation 4 version of it, which is like, I don't know, not the end of the world, but it does speak to probably like that we won't get more than a year or two of these like AAA third party games, because there's only, you know, there's only so many. I mean, I guess they could keep bringing old games over. That's always an opportunity, but yeah, it doesn't bode super well. That scared the living shit out of me. Oh my god. It's Treehouse time, babies. Okay, Daemon X Machina is September 5th. Okay, that's rough. Yeah, I'm not. That doesn't bode well.
Welcome back. This is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. I am Demetrius, and I'm joined here with Sam and Kendra.
Yo.
And this is Mario
Sam's got
Kart
a sick
World.
fro.
All right.
Oh, Mario Kart. Okay, cool.
All right, Sam, why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah, so this is Mario Kart World, and as the name implies, there is a whole new world of Mario Kart to explore in this game. And as such, we're not going to be able to get into super deep detail.
Well, they're probably not going to bring back my main villager.
Dedicated Mario Kart
So I guess I'll be Palutena now.
Will give us the deep dive information in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But for right now, this is really just going to be a first look. And today we're going to be jumping into the Grand Prix and show you the new flow for how Grand Prix works in this game.
Cool. I'm very excited to see this.
We're starting out on the character select screen, and I just wanted to highlight some of the cool.
I really like these little jigs
So great.
that they're doing.
Got that little
Mario,
dance
little
going.
shit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Luigi.
ooh,
So cute.
yeah,
Larry had it on.
ooh.
Come on.
I love
One of my
it.
favorites is Waluigi here. He looks like he's ready to
Okay, so
rumble.
7 pages of characters.
Ready to
Oh, the little
throw down.
flick.
Okay, so,
That's
but,
good.
For this here, we're gonna.
Okay, so 4, 8, 12. 12 times 7 is what?
And we could see
70.
that we've got these fully formed vehicles now. We're no longer
12,
selecting
80. So it's
individual
82?
parts like we
82
were in
drivers? Is that right?
Deluxe. We could still see the details.
Math,
the
not my strong
individual
suit. That's what
stats.
Steve does. I'm a humanities guy.
We've got some really cool vehicles. One of my favorites here is Charging Truck.
Such a
Yo,
good-
these trucks are cool.
And-
Oh, the cat car!
And
It's
the
back!
blooper, yeah. For right now, I'm gonna roll with this.
Well, kind of. It's not quite the cat car, but it's the same vibe.
And we're gonna
I'm
do
so
a
excited to
cut.
see these in
So
between
we've got
levels.
4 brand new courses here: Mario Brothers Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, DK Spaceport, and then on the map, you could see that these courses are actually connected in a physical world, and we are going to drive between them in the
I
Grand Prix
wonder
flow, but we'll show a little
what
bit
the
of
deal
that
is with
later.
the in-between. Is
We're
there
gonna
like...
Russian Cup, and we're gonna go with 100cc.
Like, are you still racing, or is it just free drive?
Taking more of the details as we're
Absolutely.
playing.
Going on a little road trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's very
That's
interesting
the
to me.
idea,
It-
you know?
like,
Totally.
do I have an incentive to like drive a certain speed in the in-betweens, or is it like you just free drive and then like you go when everybody gets through? Like, what's the timing on that?
Of the courses that you're going to be racing.
Is there a time limit?
Oh, so good.
Ah, look at them.
Yeah.
Those rainbow sparks.
I'm already seeing new ways to go that I haven't done before.
The more you play these courses, the more details that you'll notice on the periphery of different routes and different things that you can do.
I love
God,
all
this
the
game
little
is so
details,
pretty.
the little signs.
All right.
First
Mario
race.
is ready.
Yeah. And we could see.
Mario's ready. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Sam?
I hope so.
And as Sam gets ready here, he's getting ready to start. You notice that there are
Boom.
24 racers as well.
Yeah, 24
Yeah.
racers.
I wonder if every game mode has 24.
And if you think about Mario Kart as like a mathematical formula for potential chaos, increasing the number of of racers to 24 is a very significant variable in increasing that chaos.
I missed it. Are they playing
Yeah,
50cc?
Absolutely.
That's what makes it so good. You never know.
I think they are. It looks a little slow.
All right, there we
Oh,
go.
nice. That was clever.
Not
Right into
in a
second
bad way, but
place.
that's what I'm thinking. I usually play at like 150, so
Battle here, though.
DJ still ahead of me.
Oh, nice.
nice.
You got it. You got
I
it.
timed that well.
So lucky there. Okay, got some coins.
Oh, that-
oh, okay, this is 100. Okay, so still about 50, 50 less than I'm normally playing.
Shell.
And
It
one
does
thing I
look
will
really
say,
smooth.
too, Is you'll note the way the bomb is behind.
That was
Mario.
something I was always
It's
impressed with.
actually
With
held
8
there
was like
without
it
sound.
had such a nice stable frame rate.
That's a new thing
Yeah.
to this game.
The Mario Kart team
Very helpful, I will say.
definitely knows how to
Yeah,
make a
items
title.
automatically assume that defensive position. You no longer have to hold a button down.
You're really
Oh, that's nice. You don't have to hold the button down anymore.
I mean, it's
Oh,
smart.
see, now
Yes.
you're gonna lose.
Whoa! Oh my God, those wall runs are so
New things
cool.
there.
Holy
New things
shit!
there. A brief rail ride into a wall ride.
Yeah, that was
And
awesome.
the blue shell missed you there, so you were.
I didn't
very-
even notice that. I was so focused on doing other things. So you'll notice the first time I took this lap, I took a slightly different route here.
Oh, cool.
And now you can see my vehicle. You don't have those like gliders that you had in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now your vehicle's
Those
got
little wings.
yes,
Yeah.
round
Your
wings.
vehicle just straight up turns into a plane.
Yeah, and I also appreciate your defensive strategy.
I gotta say, this game really does have like
Yeah.
some real Diddy Kong racing energy to it, and like I remember Chewie like predicted that, and I was like I kind of laughed a little bit,
And
but
this
he
is
was
something
right.
that's new. You
It
can
does
see
have
that I
that
can
feel.
build up boosts just like I could. Just like
I don't know. He hasn't said what the feather does yet.
Satisfying.
Yeah,
That's
it's really,
satisfying.
it's really fun to do. So if you think about like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe,
I wonder if it lets you do like a double jump or something, like a flutter.
and now it's raining.
Ah, he lost it. Now we won't know.
First, but it looks like everyone's
I
starting
love
to
this
catch up.
detail. You could see how Mario's hat gets wet in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he's right. The
Or
hat
it's
did get
a
wet.
little, wet too. It's changing the way it looks, so it's awesome.
Okay, I've got a little bit of a lead here, so I'll finish with
I wonder if the
third.
weather impacts like how you
Ooh.
drive.
Hey.
Good job.
Like, does it like
Thank
affect
you,
like
thank you.
drift and
I'm proud of
everything?
that. I'm happy with the way that went.
And Mario looks amazing with the
The little
on top of
crown.
the hat. We got 2 hats going on.
Well, that's this could be a very temporary state, so please no early congratulations.
All right, so what's the in between look like now?
I just got so excited. You did so good.
All right, next race.
All right, so we'll get on to the next race. And as you can see here, yeah, it's drawing our path to Crown City, and that's because, well, look, we're starting the next
Oh,
race,
that's
but
so
we're
cool that
still
you
here
start at the
Mario
rate.
Circuit.
That's so
And that's
cool.
because we're not just going to automatically be transported to Crown City. We're going to drive there. These courses are connected in a world.
So
Oh, don't miss your boost.
Oh, no, I was too busy talking. I was too
That's all
busy.
right.
I
You'll
got
make
to
it up. You'll
yammer
make it up.
Okay, so there is a
So
space
now you can
As we
maybe.
or like a
Yoshi
placement.
here.
Yeah, so we're on the road.
Oh my God.
The Goomba.
Poor Goomba. We're on the road.
Oh! Oh my God.
You got
Head-on
that's okay.
collision.
You're good. You're good. As you can tell, there's a lot of obstacles in the course. There's a lot of different. people
This
you
is
wanna
so
drive
sick.
around. Just be careful. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic here,
Yeah.
including Goombas, and so
Oh
you
my
start
goodness,
you
there you
start to
go.
get the idea that like, you know, these sections in between the courses sort of blur the line of like what is a course.
Mhm.
The whole world starts to feel like a course in Mario Kart World,
Which is amazing.
yeah, world,
Which is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's so much fun.
Oh, you're gonna be able to get.
I was
Oh.
gonna say- oh, nice, nice.
Get him.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
Oh,
turn
so
into
close.
it.
Wait, don't go first.
You know what though?
It's
I was
getting-
gonna say yeah, that blue shell was coming though.
Oh, that was aimed at D. Okay.
Okay, we could see in the distance there, we're coming up on Crown City. You see that big
Yes.
tire over there.
They're just about to make it there.
I like that these are like a different vibe too. Like the fact that this is like an open highway is like very cool. Like it makes the tracks feel like a lot more.
After you, alright. Sorry.
Did I?
I mean, like stylized, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like they feel like
So, as we're
like
about to-
go-kart tracks, and this is like just open highway, which is really
Where
cool.
did that come
I have
from?
no idea where that.
Don't
came
worry
from.
about it.
Be very careful. All right, things looking good.
I like that billboard
Yeah,
just
I'll
said
take it.
fried
Yeah,
chicken.
the more you play these courses, the more you start to realize these rails are all over the place, and there are different routes and different paths that you can take.
This grinding mechanic is so goddamn cool.
Yeah,
My inner Tony Hawk boy. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And as you could see.
Oh,
now
okay,
you
never
can
mind. I thought he was gonna
tricks
jump
when
and
you're
use
in
it.
the air.
Can you? I wonder if it maybe it blocks.
Good.
Maybe it's a defensive item.
Healthy lead going on.
About to make our way.
I feel like I need to see him be worse.
Sidelines there.
You know? I like that beginning part where he made a mistake and I could see the other racers a little bit more.
Okay. Wow, look at you going in.
Yeah, you're really, I know. You're
Making me proud.
It's really fun to do.
And it looks like all your competition's starting to catch up behind you here.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say.
over
Speaking of
yet,
Tony
so
Hawk, I
you
hope
gotta
Skate 4
hold
will
that
release on
position.
Switch
I was
too.
gonna say this a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
Mario Kart 8.
I'm very interested to see like
Nice
what
try.
AAA gaming on Switch 2 is going to look like. I think that there was a lot of promising
Every
stuff
time
in what
that
we saw
happens, you're like,
yesterday.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Hold on.
Can you-
Oh, yeah, okay, you can use it to jump and dodge. That's really
I
cool.
respect what you're trying to do there.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. That's a cool item. Yeah, I'm interested because it's like I feel like we saw a lot of stuff that leads me to think that maybe we will see AAA games like Skate on Switch 2, but like the thing you said about Elden Ring has me like
All right, so what are
You
the
know.
overall standing? Okay, you're doing good.
Gives
here.
me pause.
You gotta hold
Bowser
on.
Jr. was hot on my heel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, on to the next. That was so
Mario
close.
looked really stoked about that.
Yeah.
So up next is Whistle Stop Summit, but of course we're gonna drive there
Yeah,
first.
we're not just gonna transport ourselves there.
Seeing some
Third race.
Mario
Remember
Sunshine
that
characters there.
rolling
Yeah.
start? Don't forget that boost, Sam. There
Yeah,
you go.
thank
You
you.
got it.
Thank you.
Look
I
at all the
gotcha.
toads. They're so cute.
A little
Yeah,
delicatessen. There's a
you've got
diner
these
again.
diners.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of diner, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Yes.
Let's
What?
get that.
Snacks. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, it's the burgers.
Food. Yum.
The funky outfit burgers.
In between those cars. Okay, so like, what's one of the most fun things about going on a road trip is like trying all the different food
It's
in,
true.
in these different places that you visit. So I've got a burger here. It
There
gives
you
a
go.
boost
What's happening?
And
Oh,
it will
cool.
transform you into a
This is a
different
cute
Yes,
mechanic.
So cool.
Go off that surfboard. Go off the surfboard. Oh, it's
Oh,
That's so funny.
you can do it.
Oh, you got it right.
Right?
No!
Damn, that was 3 terrible shots, my guy. Oh, the bank. Nice.
Do that.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for a new Mario Kart.
that base.
I gotta say, I know that everybody's like
Oh, wow.
upset about
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you
now
know,
we're getting into
the price point and stuff, and that's going to be a thing that we're going to talk about for a while. But like, I gotta say, I'm really excited about a new era of Nintendo consoles and software.
There we go.
Like,
Oh,
you know,
okay, nice.
pricing be damned.
I know there's some rails there.
Yeah.
Nice. There
Right?
you
It
go.
it just it looks so much fun, Wakahula. I'm right there with you, man.
There are a
It
lot
just
of
this
real
just looks like a blast.
And a
Like
lot
this
of-
is a game I'm
and a
so
lot of-
excited to
Yeah,
spend,
you're right.
Oh, the 4?
you know, 200 hours with or whatever.
All right. How many coins do you have? You have 10. All right, so you're looking pretty good there.
I'll get a few.
Cause like I love Mario Kart 8, but I definitely hit a point with it where I'm just kind of like I feel like I've done it, you know. I've seen what it has to offer. Even with the DLC,
Yeah,
that was like
yeah,
it kind of
I like
injected
there.
some energy back into it for me. But you know, I oh wow, that's cool.
Oh.
That those are movable.
Well, we're only in second.
I really like the
What?
enemies
Bring this
interacting.
back.
Yeah,
We're
we've
okay,
got some
we're
time.
okay,
We've
we're
got some
okay.
time. You're good.
You know, you've been very lucky. I've seen a couple red shells now, like behind you, and it's not been able to catch up with you. So that's great. Oh. Okay. We're
Okay,
good.
we're
We're good. We're good. We're good.
I don't understand what's happening here. So they're going through the connecting things, and then they make it, and then they're already on the third lap.
Hey.
Like they just do one lap around the course, and that's it.
All right. It's good.
Okay, taking the lead again.
Okay.
You got
here we go.
this?
Sorry, I'm like now the heart's pounding. I'm concentrating.
No
Good.
pressure, but all the pressure.
Got some healthy adrenaline going
Yeah,
on.
here we
Take a
go.
few more coins.
It'll help.
This is looking good.
Oh no, DK's in front of me though.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
Look at you go. There we go. Oh.
That was crazy. Oh, that's cool.
Did DK go flying?
That's really cool that you can use that as like a dodge.
I don't know, but I like
Whatever
it.
happened, it was serendipitous.
Yeah, it looked great. Here we go.
Yes.
Maybe I don't care that this is the only
Alright.
AAA game we'll have to play at launch.
Style.
Riding the rail to victory.
Yes.
Setting off a good pace. I'm liking this. Getting first.
Look at Mario.
Yeah, but you could see how those rails really change your path.
It really does, yeah.
And you can do something different every time.
Yeah, it opens up.
Ba-da-ba-da-dum.
All right.
And now we're
DK
driving to
Spaceport.
Spaceport. I love it.
I know. I
DK
am super
Yeah.
excited.
Spaceport Kong.
Goodbye, Whistle Stop Summit. Final race.
I love that.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I guess that is the format. I guess you do the in-betweens, and then you do one round.
Yeah, DK got it too.
Don't let him draft off.
We're in the race. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you drafting off of him? Yeah, nice.
I don't know.
Oh.
See, there was a little ramp up there to that power line. So
I wonder if this is how all Grand Prix are, or if this is just one of the game modes too. And maybe this is something that they said yesterday too, and I'm just... Whoa! Oh man, this looks so good.
We'll take
Alright,
two
get some
coins.
coins. Yep.
I love all
So
these
that's
little,
green
like,
light.
water
Yeah,
cooler
right
moments.
there.
Well, is that on a driver?
Oh my god, there's like a
Yeah.
toad in the car. That's so cool.
closely by Bowser.
Oh,
Did he get it?
whoa, the
Yeah,
onomatopoeia. There was a shy guy in there.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
The items.
I didn't get him.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
So you see how
Okay.
a comfortable lead can be removed from you instantly.
Good. See, this is what I want to see.
We're passing this sort of security gate now, and we're getting into DK Spaceport.
Right.
We're on our way there.
And you might
Let's
see
get something good.
some familiar
All right,
sort of
red shell, take it.
girder pattern back
Yeah, you
there.
can see the entire course
There we
essentially
go.
all the way out there, which is so cool.
That is really neat.
Behind me.
Oh!
Okay.
Dodge him.
Now
That you can, like, see the course off in the
Yeah.
distance as you approach it.
The toads are cheering you on, Sam. You got this.
Yeah.
Doing my best.
Here we go. Oh!
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that could be the
Yeah,
case.
Like a little bit closer.
I hope there is a story mode.
Oh, he missed items.
Yeah, I think you're almost
Green
there.
shell.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
you got it.
Oh.
I've got another.
Yeah,
I do really love this new
That's
DK
good.
design. Maybe he'll be my
Okay.
main.
You got it, you got it.
You brought it back.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got it. You got it.
I love new Donkey Kong
I can see
That was
the
a
and his
good
little
strategy.
overalls.
Just run into
Okay.
me.
Okay, this is cool.
Me with my green
There's
shell.
like a boss.
Robo
I was
DK.
gonna say-
Damn. Oh my god, he's gonna start chucking barrels?
Preparing.
Is he gonna start chucking barrels?
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you got.
Yo, this is so cool. The like storytelling in the level is really sick. Oh my god. This is so cool.
Can I do it?
This is so sick. I love this.
You can rail ride up.
Also, I
here.
love that you can rail ride past the barrels. That's
Oh,
great.
barrels.
Oh,
You dodge
man.
that blue shell.
If
Oh
anything-
no.
It's kinda
That
neat doing it
sucked.
up there, though.
Strategy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
You can pick up some coins to make up for what you lost.
Took it too tight.
Yeah. This right here was always tricky to me, just trying to dodge the barrels.
Okay, so that's interesting because that just said it was like, oh, like the fifth
Yeah.
track, but it's or round. I don't know. I'm interested in how they're counting these rounds.
Or any kind of shell, and you aim them properly, you can break the barrels with the shells,
Nice.
It's always
which can
really
be a good
cool.
strategy, keep you from running into.
I
something.
really love that there's like a boss level. I hope that's like a
You got
thing.
it, you got it.
That's so
I know,
sick.
I'm not even playing and my heart is going.
I know.
PvPvP. PvPvE.
So many buttons.
Oh my god, look at those shells hitting each other. That was so cool.
Pretty determined.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Nice.
probably a race off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god, these wall rides are
You
so
dodged every
dope.
red shell.
I know I'm just like gushing about them, but like, oh my god, it's so cool.
Come on, right in the turn.
I know.
Oh,
we're
that
getting-
sucks.
We're getting toward the end of the course
Final lap.
Oh, DK.
Oh!
The real DK. Oh jeez.
too. Come on,
Get the
come
coin
on.
at least.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. This is so
Okay.
cool.
You got him, you got him.
Now it's getting tense.
What a fun
Okay.
Okay,
Get
you're
past
back in
this.
first.
God, what a fun idea for a level.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Well
Nice.
done.
Okay.
Well
I can't wait.
Good
I
job,
can't wait to see
Sam Popping
if there's more of those. That's such a
done.
fun
Nail
idea.
biter at the end there.
My heart is going crazy.
All right, so
All right.
we got 30 minutes
Okay,
of that,
hard-earned
right?
victory.
Or 20?
Even at 100 seats,
You think
they
that was a
show-
challenge.
Excuse me. Do we think they show us another one, or do we jump to a different game maybe?
Victory
Yeah, let's
ceremony.
see.
Honestly, I hope it's 60 minutes on Mario Kart.
Banana loading screen. Look at that little.
Yeah, that's
Back
what's
on
good.
Mario Brothers Circuit.
Celebratory fireworks.
Oh my god, this victory song is
I love
great.
Bowser Jr.
Oh,
He's
Bowser
so-
was
Look
in
at how
third.
cute
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I love
Wearing
him
his
so
little
much.
outfit.
DK.
God, the new DK design is so good.
The whole time.
Yeah. All right.
He's got
I wish he had his overalls.
little guy, big dreams.
Little guy, big dreams.
Perfect. Well done. Well done.
Thank
Now
you, thank
we're
you.
heading off
Yeah. So,
on our merry way.
so now that we've seen the new flow for Grand Prix, let's jump into
I
something.
think being in the
a little
Nintendo
different.
Treehouse
Yeah.
has got to be a
Try
pretty sick
and,
job.
relax ourselves.
Yeah. Like,
After that.
now we can breathe.
Yeah. All right. So one of the new components of Mario Kart World is.
I curse too much, so I don't think they'd let me do it.
And so when you hit
Open
the
world.
button there, you can just automatically
Here we go.
right into free roam. And here we are.
Whoa! Look at this little mini map.
And we can take another.
That is
look-
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
So-
take another look at some of the courses.
Which is off to our right.
Yeah. So as you can see over here, this is Mario Brothers Circuit.
Can you just
one of
drive
the
through the entire connected world, you think?
And as you can see, like.
Or is
there's
it
no-
sectioned
you-
off?
When you drive off course, Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up like
Yes.
he does.
This
in
is
Grand
so
Prix.
cool.
Yeah.
You can drive anywhere. Just
Anywhere
kind
at
of
all.
Explore. Yeah.
And there's
Grab a
items
snack.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
grab
You
a
can go to
little
the
bit of dash
diner,
food,
get
yeah.
yourself a milkshake.
Grab-
Yeah.
go to Yoshi.
Not really.
Right?
but,
That's
you know,
that's what it looks like.
theoretically.
And I can take a quick look at the map here, and you could see where
Wow.
it exists in the world. And
Wow.
Get an idea of some of the other courses, and we could see over here is Crown City and DK Space.
This is so tight.
We'll stay at Mario Brothers Circuit for a little bit and explore a little bit more.
Because you could drive.
I wonder what the characters
Yeah.
on the map
And here you can
indicate.
get a little bit more practice on the course if you want.
Like, are they just there in the overworld, or is there like missions or
in
something?
free roam mode. And let's drive around a little
Yeah,
bit,
let's
see what we
check
can
it
find.
out.
There are other
Oh.
races.
Okay, there you go.
Hi, friend. There's the whole Toad driving the car.
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa driving the other car.
There are so many details in this world that you can.
This
you
is
can
so
start to get an
unbelievably
idea
cool.
of when you no longer have the pressure of racing.
I think this was a really
Yeah,
smart
absolutely.
decision
There's
to
sections
go
over
for
here. I
like an open
discovered
world
on
and do
the
something
Freedom
that's like
mode earlier
just
on the
totally off the
circuit
wall.
That there were some rails up in the top that I didn't know existed.
So you can basically create a strategy while you're here
Yeah.
for when you're in the race.
And
And
you
here's a new.
Yeah,
thing.
this is new. When you're racing on the water, your vehicle kind of transforms into this watercraft mode, which is really cool.
I love all the signage everywhere.
Yeah, there's
The touches, yeah.
there's a lot of like branding and stuff in the world. You see, you've got all these ads
Red
on the side of the
shell.
world. Yeah.
Luigi tires.
Okay, let's go over to Crown City.
Okay.
All right.
moment
Show
and take a
something
look.
else.
And you get another perspective. There is a day and night cycle
As we see
when
here.
you're in the world, and there are weather systems too that can affect the way things look.
Yeah.
I want to let this.
Oh, there's like, look at these like pedestrians walking around.
Get a little bit off course here.
This is
Get an
so
idea
crazy.
of
There's a
what
real level of
it's like
detail
to
here.
Drive around in the
Oh,
world.
there's a Yoshi.
I know.
And you
You-
can
you
can
don't run
even-
'em over.
You can
Yeah.
also even stop and hang out.
There's a shy guy like sleeping on a bench.
Hello.
Hi, Red Yoshi.
Looks great.
All right. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a jump real quick so I can get a cool pose,
Yeah.
and then we'll jump into photo mode.
Nice.
Here
Oh,
we
right
go.
here? Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go. That's the moment. Perfect.
All right. So let's
Look at that.
Cool.
let's take a look at photo mode.
Fully out of the cart.
Excellent.
Adorable.
All right, and we'll I think we're gonna end things there for this.
Yeah, it looks like all of the cars have like either Koopas or Toads or
So everybody, once again,
Somebody-
this
shy
was
guys in 'em?
Mario Kart World, and of course, don't worry, we're gonna be right back coming up with Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay, we're getting some Donkey Kong. Nice.
See you soon.
Okay, so now I have even more questions because if we did 20 minutes of that, we're going to do 20 minutes of Donkey Kong. What are we doing tomorrow? We have a whole other hour tomorrow, and they only showed us a few games. It's interesting. Does anybody use Nintendo Music? Should I get Nintendo Music? Da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm scanning the QR code. They got me. I'm gonna do it. That's a great point, Wakahula. Yeah, the Switch 2 version games are probably... That's probably right. It's like low-key bizarre to have a break like this. Like, I get they need to like set the next game up or whatever, but it's so funny that it's like, this is a live event, you guys. Like, you could have just had 2 Switches set up. Ba-da-da-bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-bum. I would really love for them to give us some transparency on what the Switch 2 version, like, pricing model is going to be. Obviously, we got some information yesterday about, like, the boxed copies costing, like, 70 to 80 bucks. But I'm interested in how that tracks if I own a Switch copy. Like, is it like a flat upgrade fee, or does it scale the same way that the price does, where it's like, if the game is, say, a $70 boxed copy, do I pay $10 to upgrade, and if it's $20 if it's $80? Tetris! Hey, Michelle. So sad we haven't seen any new Animal Crossing. Yeah, I am with you. I would love to see some new Animal Crossing. I also kind of get it, because it's like, I don't know. I'm very interested in, like, what the development timeline is for Animal Crossing, right? Because it's like, they put out New Horizons. There was at least a year of support. And then Splatoon 3 came out. And I know that those teams are like, the same. And there's a lot of the same people. So it's like, I guess my question is, like, have they been in pre-production on an Animal Crossing for a couple years while Splatoon 3 was getting made, and then now they're in active development on it, so it's still a couple years away? Or, like, have they been working on it actively in the whole 5 years since New Horizons? Because, like, it was so successful, you got to imagine they want to get a sequel out, you know, or not a sequel, but the next one out, right, sometime soon. I don't know. Like, I can't tell if I think it's several years away, or if we should be thinking we'll hear about it in the next maybe 2 years or whatever. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Muad'Dib says, Nintendo live stream and most of the comments are drop the price. Yeah, it's a bummer. I think people are definitely upset. I don't think the price of the console is a problem. I think people were probably expecting too much, myself included. Like, I thought they might go for a more aggressive price point. I definitely thought it would be like sub 400, or like maybe at 400 even, but 450 is, you know, it's more than I would have expected, but I also don't think it's, you know, it's still $50 cheaper than a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, you know? So, you know, I think there's that element to it, but the game price is definitely, yeah. And you're saying the same thing, right? It's game prices they have an issue with. $80 a game isn't going down well. I think that's reasonable, right? And obviously, we found out, you know, over the course of the day, right? Like, if you're in the United States, you'll only pay that $80 price point, it looks like, if you go for physical copies of games, which I think is definitely disappointing for people that are physical folks. But in Europe, that $80 to $90 price point is like, yeah, that's tough, man. I'm not surprised that people are not willing to do that. Especially when you consider these games like never go on sale.
Let's just jump right in.
Yeah, why waste any time? Yeah, we're going to just start out right at the beginning of this section here.
I'm so excited for this game, though.
First thing you see when you start the game.
Yeah.
And this one, regular price, so I'll take that.
I've been waiting so long.
I just love this look for DK.
The one thing I'm wondering about with the $80 games is that for maybe multiplayer games, and rather than charging us for a season pass, they're planning on charging more for multiplayer games that they will have, like, a post-release support plan for.
forming the area around me here.
As you might imagine, one of the big sort of
Wakahula says, I wonder how third-party games are going to be priced. I would imagine they'll be priced the same as they are on other consoles, and that we'll have an average of $70. That would be my guess.
Well, and we just saw you rip up a chunk of the terrain too and use that to cause more havoc.
Mwad Deep says, I've seen 75 in the UK, 75 pounds in the UK, 68 digital, which is still quite high. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's cheap, but I think 68 digital is not high when you consider, like, that's what games cost now on other consoles, right? Like, they cost $70. People don't like that, but that's what we've come to expect from the other guys, and I think I'm not surprised that Nintendo is ready to jump to that next price level, right? We saw them do that with Tears of the Kingdom. Again, not that I'm disagreeing with you, more just like that I think doesn't, for me, doesn't feel as negative as like $80 is like, Jesus Christ, man, like $90, right? Like 90 euros is like, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of money to expect someone to spend on one game.
One is edible, the other's not.
So we're talking to this.
Wakahula says, are they all going up to 70? I think it depends on the game, right? Like, I think there are obviously still games that we see that explore that price range. Like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, for example, is not a $70 game. I would like to see publishers explore with that more, right? Like, I think indies do that a lot, right? Like, we have kind of this expectation of, like, there are $10 to $15 indie games, there are $20 to $30 indie games, there are $30 to $40 indie games, right? Depending on, like, the amount of content or, you know, like the amount of like quality or whatever, right? Like, so, but I think generally, yeah, I think we'll probably see more that like the price points we're used to now are quote unquote cheaper games are $60, right? Or $50 if they're, you know, used to be those $40 games. And that most AAA games will move up to 70, yeah.
Muddy, soft chunk, right? So it sort of sticks
right
to the wall, yeah. And if you go and pick up something a little harder, yeah, so if you grab a chunk out of the wall there, so now you've got something.
Yeah, Muad'Dib, I know for the UK, you guys always have an opportunity to get physical games cheaper, so it might come out in the wash for you guys. I think it's in Europe and the States where we're going to be feeling that physical price tax, as it were.
It's actually brimming with energy, you know, it's enough to power DK, certainly.
Michelle says, most people are complaining about the game cost because they have more than one Switch at home, but isn't it actually better now? 80 to 90 for one game that can be shared versus paying 62 or more times. And I think that's right, Michelle. And I think the other thing is that you got to consider is that they said that they're doing, there's like the game sharing as well. So it's not only can you share the cart between two Switches in your family. If I bought Mario Kart and say you know, like you're in a household with one other person, right? Like my wife, right, has a Switch. If she and I want to play Mario Kart together, I can share my copy with her, so we don't even need to buy two copies. So I think that you're probably right that that's also part of it, is that they want to account for that.
We're picking up tiny chunks of vanadium gold. We're picking up vanadium.
So yeah, and you wouldn't be able to play simultaneously with physical, but you could with a digital copy, right? Because you can do the sharing.
DK and these prospector monkeys have descended upon the aisle to try and collect as much of this stuff.
So Muad'Dib, it's not that you if you share, you can share the cart, right? Like the digital cart between Switch like members of your family. But if we wanted to play an online game together, if it supports game sharing, which is that other feature that's like the DS feature that's coming back, you can both play a game at the same time without purchasing it.
By any of these explosions.
Thank goodness.
And thank goodness, because it's going to be causing a lot of them.
Got a tough skin.
But anyway, this looks incredible, by the way. I know we've been talking about some of the other stuff. This game looks so good. Like the particle physics and like how reactive everything is to your movement and everything. DK's like character animations and everything are really sharp. I think like his fur looks really good. The lighting's really good.
Keep working our way down here in this mine.
I'm really impressed by like the breakage and everything. Very cool.
Like everything kind of changes and deforms in a different way. So Let's see if I can actually cause some extra havoc here for a second with this extra long chunk of.
Look at that.
Yeah, so Muad'Dib, you're talking about the cart sharing thing that they revealed at the Direct from last week. The game sharing is, and I know it's very confusing because I think one is like cart sharing and then the other one is like game sharing. I forget. They have very similar names though. That was shown off yesterday, and that is akin to what you were able to do back in the DS days, where basically if we were playing a game together, even online you can do it. You can basically just like they didn't say if it's a download or not this time around, but you would be able to basically like download the necessary assets to play Mario Kart World on your Switch with me using my copy. So I think that to Michelle's point, I think that probably does also influence this price increase of like, well, you know, a family that used to buy, like would have had to buy 2 to 3 copies of Mario Kart to play together, now only needs to buy 1 copy. So yeah, they're probably wanting to, excuse me, try to maintain profitability for these games that are multiplayer focused, and that people will probably be taking advantage of that functionality. Which I get why people are still pressed about it, because like if you're not somebody that's going to take advantage of that, like you're paying extra even though you won't take advantage of it, yada yada yada. That's all makes sense. But I also think we're probably not like, we haven't experienced what game sharing is like and whether it actually works and everything. So it's one of those things where like once we're actually in an era where we all own a Switch 2 and are using it and taking advantage of these features, people might maybe feel a little bit differently about it. At least families and stuff, but we'll see. I think obviously people will always complain about price increases and stuff just because, you know, nobody wants to pay more for something that they are used to paying a certain amount for. And, you know, we've been reconciling with that with video games for a long time. Like they didn't, in the States, they didn't get price increases for multiple generations, and I think now it's like we're getting a little bit of sticker shock. But yeah, it kind of is what it is, right? Like I'm not defending the practice necessarily. It's just I'm contextualizing it.
Yeah, here's another one of those devices.
Yeah, and I think you're 100% right, Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib says that's a slime move. They're basically phasing out physical. I think that's it, right? I think we have officially hit the point of no return for physical games, right? Like Xbox is obviously moving away from them. PlayStation is moving away from them. You have to buy an additional piece of hardware now if you want to use physical games. And yeah, I mean now Nintendo is straight up saying, hey, if you want physical, you're going to pay $10 extra for it, you know? And I think that's their way of trying to kind of like push people to kind of be done with digital, so that by the next generation that they don't do it at all. That would be my guess.
Oh, and you can see Ingot Isle back there, so that's kind of where we're starting out in this adventure. This is where DK has come to find his edible fortune, so to speak. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure we get started eating all these bananas here.
I'm not sure what you mean by that last statement, Muad'Dib. You're saying Nintendo could have been onto a winner if they'd allowed the selling of digital games. They could have even set the price and taken a percentage share. I don't get what you mean by that. That's what they do at the eShop, right? I'm imagining you mean it in a different way. I need some clarification there. God damn it, this new Donkey Kong design is so cute. Like, why does he look so derpy? He's just like got this like his tongue hanging out the side and stuff. Like, he's so cute. But like he still looks intense when he wants to, you know? Like oh, I love that we're in a new new era for DK.
And there goes Ingot Isle.
Jesus.
More of an unnatural disaster.
Right. Yeah. Progress. We call it progress.
We call it plot.
Ah, okay. So you're saying like selling digital games. Yeah, I think that's beneficial to the consumer and not super beneficial to Nintendo.
There's a massive hole in the ground.
I think that's one of the that's one of the things I think it's easy to forget now because we're kind of far removed from it. But that's why we have DLC and season passes and everything, right? Is because reselling physical games is damaging, or used to be very damaging, not so much anymore. But it's damaging to the bottom line of an individual title. Nintendo wants you to buy the game and then wants the other person to buy a fresh copy. You know, it's also whether they don't really like put their games on sale. They want you to pay the premium price, you know?
No, he's all right.
Oh no.
Oh, the animations are so good.
So I've been doing a lot of punching forward and punching down using the Y and B buttons. Now I'm going to do some punching upward to break my way out of this boulder.
Nice work.
Thank you very much. Oh, and then we're
He
actually
lost his pants.
smash these crystals above me. I'm gonna work my way out of this cave in here, see if we can't. Oh hey guys, good. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna save some of our.
Gotta
friends
check
here.
on your butt.
Yeah. Give him the old thumbs up. Take care of this guy right here.
Looks like we are pretty deep underground at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. You're all right, bud. Worked our way out of here. Don't worry. I think DK's probably strong enough.
He's not strong enough.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Muad'Dib, I don't know whether you listened to all of our podcasts, but we did a whole episode about the Xbox Ally handheld over on the Steam Deck podcast and talked all about kind of the opportunity that they have at this point, right, to kind of come in and potentially, disrupt the handheld PC market, and and maybe also give Nintendo a viable competitor. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Hey, what's going on, Kimberly?
this larger area here.
Thanks for coming and hanging out.
I want to check right away is, DK can climb on most surfaces in this game, so I'm sure we should be able to just climb our way right out of here.
Or I guess, tell me if I'm pronouncing that right.
But not all.
I'll say Kim for now.
Yeah, I'm
Is it
also-
Kimberly or
I think if I
Kimberley?
Get a little higher up. I can chunk jump by using a chunk of terrain to get higher up. Doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
Nope.
You know what? As long as we're down here, I'll show off another cool thing you can do with chunks.
Oh my god, all these poor guys. Just running around like their heads got cut off.
And, use it to get around.
This is cool.
Start to whittle away over time. You can see the chunk is slowly getting.
God damn it, that's so cool.
I can speed up the Y button.
The
here, and use this to zip around. So
way that they've really gotten into
Noting that the strength of
deeper physics systems in games is really interesting. Like this, it's obviously not similar to Tears of the Kingdom, but it feels like it has like shared DNA there, of like fundamentally interacting with like the space and like having like things have like permanent physical properties, like the rock and you're riding it, and as you're riding it, it's like gradually getting smaller. It's very interesting.
barrel cannon. It's come down with us.
Yeah.
Good to see a barrel cannon again. We're gonna blast our way up here. Try and make our way back up further to Baboon Town.
Oh hey, no problem, Wadib. It's always nice to talk with the chat.
Through these thorns. Which clearly hurt.
Kim says, looks like DK is going to free roam open world. Kim is fine, although this is my mom's account. I'm Hero Shade. Okay, well then I'll call you Heroes, Hero Shade, or I'll say Hero maybe because that's shorter. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out, Hero.
Watching to make sure that doesn't whittle away.
And
You can also do
yeah,
that. Easy
it
knockout.
is very interesting to me. Like,
Yeah, you lost.
is this game like a proper open world, or is it like open area more? Because like,
We're gonna take this
obviously we're seeing all this stuff in the mines. Like in the trailer, we saw like some mountain areas and some like more like jungle area and stuff like that. So it's like, I guess I'm interested in seeing like, is the game broken up in like sections, or are we going to be going like from the underground up to the next level, and then maybe later on we'll be coming back down, and it's like something more like Tears of the Kingdom where you're like going between areas and levels and stuff like that? Or is it like more like we're going to do everything in the underground area and then we'll move on to the jungle area, and like those areas are open world sections, but like more like this is like what Avowed did this year, right? Where it's like rather than one giant contiguous open world, you have maybe like 5 maps that all are open and have their own stuff to collect and explore and all that stuff.
So if I just smash this, that might take care of it. Unfortunately, this thing looks pretty well protected itself. Can't seem to smash it, can't seem to make a dent, no matter how hard I hit.
But we are close to where that thing fell down.
Yeah, you're right. I think it fell down over here, so we're gonna go check and see what that screaming was about.
Everyone seems curious, but not brave enough to go check it out themselves.
Luckily, DK is.
Oh my god, the dive. That's so cool.
Hello.
Okay, here's our sidekick, I guess. Hero says every open world fantasy RPG has a tutorial world, right? And typically that's all you see in the demo. Typically, yeah. And I guess my thought there is like, I guess it's like the difference between like Tears of the King or Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, right? Where it's like in Mario Odyssey there is like a demo like world, quote unquote, right? But then it's like you move on to the next world, right? Whereas like in Tears of the Kingdom, you have that like the or Breath of the Wild. Both of them have this. It doesn't matter which one. But in Breath of the Wild, there's like the Great Plateau, which is like quote unquote your tutorial world, right? But it's not a different map. It's like part of the main map. It's just you then drop down to the rest of the map, right? You could go back there later if you wanted.
Maybe warranted. Yeah. Maybe warranted.
Not that you could go back there. You could go back to the earlier level in Odyssey too. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like it's part of a larger map versus an individual map, and then we move to the next map.
Nice one.
If that makes sense. If not, I apologize.
Unfortunately, I think we also scared this talking rock, so. Come on, DK, use that entire brain of yours. This thing.
Is he using his brain or his stomach?
Why not both?
Yeah.
Make music.
Aw.
I think it's working.
I'm going to sample this.
Now it's a dancing rock.
Oh, man.
Cutest dancing rock you've
It's already
ever
over.
seen.
Oh, boy.
Good call at that.
I was not expecting dialogue. Maybe that was foolish.
I don't know about all this. We didn't ask for a sidekick.
Aw.
Yeah.
This odd rock is coming. With
I definitely I'm with the two of you that this is clearly just like we're getting our feet wet in the tutorial space. But yeah, I'm just interested in I guess like how open it's going to be. Yeah, because to your point, right? Like DK64 was pretty open, right? But I think even that was more like open areas because you would take you would use those like barrels to get to different islands and stuff, if memory serves. But yeah, either way, I'm definitely with you. It's going to open up quite a bit, I'm sure.
This'll bring you back out.
I guess I'm just interested in like, because like with the climbing and everything, it's like I could totally see it being a thing where like there's no load screens and it is just like a contiguous space. Not that I care either way. I think either are fine when executed well. Just interesting. It's obviously quite a bit different than anything we've seen from Donkey Kong in a long time. Like DK64 is, I think, probably our closest analog, right? And that game's, 3 generations removed at this point? More? Is that right? Yeah. Oh my God. It'll be 4 generations removed. after
that's
this.
one example of how you and Odd Rock are going to be working together throughout the course of this game to make progress.
I'm so excited for this game, though. It looks so so creative.
So
You know, it's like it's nice that for them trying to kind of like I think reinvent what a Donkey Kong game looks like. It really has its own flavor, and it doesn't feel like it's aping Mario. It doesn't feel like it's aping haha. Oh, good pun. You know what I mean? Like it really feels like it has its own identity, and I really appreciate that.
Show up a little bit more of DK Bonanza in a later area, but that is the end of this introduction segment. That's where we're going to stop it for now.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good showing. I thought they both looked really good.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. But next up, we're going to be taking a look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. So stay tuned. Oh, thank you.
Right, that was the thing. Yeah, thank you, Hero. There was with DK, they had the like, it was almost like a Metroidvania kind of approach, right? Where it's like things would be walled off based on the characters and whether you had certain abilities or like amount of bananas or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get into like hardware talk, Muad'Dib. I think that would make sense to talk about it at some point in the next couple of weeks. Like there's going to have to be an avenue for that conversation. I don't know if it's the Treehouse. I feel like Treehouse is usually just like the more casual gameplay stuff. But I mean, they're doing it for 2 days, so I think you could get away with talking about hardware specs maybe when you're doing the Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Switch 1 games. That could make sense. Of like, we're showing how this game is updated, and maybe take a minute to talk about specs quickly. But I kind of feel like that's the kind of thing that Nintendo will maybe just like quietly reveal. Right? Or won't even necessarily give us exact numbers until the thing's out and we get like a Digital Foundry breakdown. Yeah, I think Muad'Dib says, I worry the rumored 12 gigabytes of shared RAM is going to be an issue going forward for third-party developers. I don't think you can ever really like look at third-party development on a Nintendo console as a sure thing. It's ever since the Wii generation, it's been, they kind of took a different path, like a diverging path, right? And it's always been tough for third-party games to run on Nintendo hardware without caveat. And I think that's kind of just like where we're at with it. And I think we know that NVIDIA's DLSSR technology is going to be utilized by Nintendo Switch 2. So the idea that, maybe through some of this kind of like AI upscaling, that we'll be able to take advantage of like running the games at a lower base resolution and frame rate, and then using frame generation and DLSSR to close the gap, right? So like theoretically, right, you could be running a game at 540, 30 FPS on Switch 2, and then it would use this technology to upscale to 720, 60, right? Or maybe it would be better to say 720, 30 and then 1080, 60, right? Or 1080, 30 to 4K, 60, right? We don't quite know what that, like how realistic that technology is right now, right? Like we have seen it used on Steam Deck, and it does work, right? Like you're able to get like games like Spider-Man 1, I think, to run at like 80 FPS, which is quite a bit of improvement. But it's one of those things where it's like it's hard to speculate on how well something like that will work until we see it in action, right? And we have it in our hands and we can get a feel for it. But I wouldn't hold your breath that third-party development on the console is going to keep pace with PlayStation and Xbox, right, or PC. I just don't think that's the most realistic expectation, unless this technology works a lot better than we think it does, or not even that we think it does. Then skeptics would think it would, right? Because it's reasonable to have skepticism about how well something like that can actually work and actually bridge gaps and whatnot. But it's certainly a possibility, and the fact that we are getting, like, you know, the exclusive FromSoft game day one, that they did show off 007 as like an upcoming title, I don't know. It to me, that says something. It seems like they're trying to position it as a place that will be viable for third-party development. But I mean, they did that with the Wii U and the Switch at the beginning of their life cycles too. It was like, look at all these third-party games that are here. Look at all these third parties that are going to support the console, and that support dries up within the first couple years as the power creep becomes, you know, harder to deal with. So I don't know. Right, and you know, Muad'Dib is bringing up Elden Ring looking like it was running at 720-30. Like, that is something that, like, we, you know, Wakahul and I were talking about earlier in chat, where it's like, you know, is that because the game isn't ready yet and we're not seeing the most optimized version of it, where it's taking advantage of the technology and you know, will it look more performant when it's actually out versus a vertical slice that is maybe still in active development, right? Like, that could be too, but I think looking at that, which is a 2-year-old game, and it might already not be running as well as it does on current gen hardware, is not super encouraging for third party moving forward. But I think there's also the realistic like angle there of, like, optimization is going to be a huge thing, because, you know, id, right, famously was able to get Doom Eternal running on Nintendo Switch, and it ran really well. So I think with some of this stuff, it is, like, I think comes down to willingness to spend time and energy to develop a version of the game that will only run on one piece of hardware, right? And if you're not very confident that it's going to be a big seller on Switch, then it's not really worth it to put in the time and effort to make it, you know?
Hi, everyone. For those that are just tuning in, this is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. My name is Teresa, and I'm joined here.
I thought this was only going to be an hour.
Dutch. And we're here to show a little game called
Metroid Prime
or Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
That's right.
This is a first-person adventure game starring our favorite protagonist, Samus. She is a very famous bounty hunter, for those of you that don't know. But I'm going to throw it away to Demetrius to lead us through this.
No, you got that. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right into the beginning. So it is the Cosmic Gear 20X. No, not
Come on.
Long story short, we're starting at the beginning here. What you're going to see is that this is a research facility for the Galactic Federation. It's being attacked by space pirates. And
Dang space
sort of
pirates.
answering their call. And this is what's pretty much going to be the beginning of the game.
Well, those are space pirates that are allied with Psylocke, who we haven't seen a whole lot of. We saw him in Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what the bad blood here is about between Psylocke and the Galactic Federation.
He doesn't like him, nor does not like Samus. So
Yeah, he's got a deep grudge for Samus.
So getting to that, here's the first cutscene. So I won't talk too much over this. I'll let people kind of enjoy it. I can feel the table rumbling. I really want one of those ships, though.
That is a beautiful ship.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
There's a big battle happening right now. Samus,
Quick work with some of these ships.
yeah, join in on it. Samus's contribution to the air fray.
See, there's a lot of action going on the ground.
Looking good for the
That
Galactic
guy.
Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to put up a fight, but it's not working too well. They need some help.
This looks really sharp.
It's pretty cool to see this, though. Oh. All right.
Yeah, Samus to the rescue. Woo!
Okay, we're about to get to gameplay here in just a moment. I love this scene so much. All right, let me get ready. Here we go.
So some of you might see this area pretty familiar from the first trailer that we showed for Metroid Prime 4, but now we're going to see a little bit more.
So of course you're seeing Samus from the outside, but now we're about to go right behind the visor. And away we go. All right. So I'm going to kind of play a little slower so everybody can kind of just take it all in, but I see a space pirate right here, so I'm just going to go ahead. Not let that stand.
We
Kinda
can see
look
that
for-
classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got, it's first person, you've got your reticle in the middle there, you can use that to lock on to enemies there.
I can't believe that this has a 120 FPS mode too.
Oh.
That's something I would have never predicted.
Right now, I'm
And I guess maybe that does speak to,
Joy-Con 2 style, so I have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand.
I don't know,
And I'm
some
gonna
longevity.
a little bit further we get into this.
But also you're playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So for anybody that is watching the stream, we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to see all the visuals in its very glorious, pristine, pretty graphics.
Samus, you made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact. Uploading coordinates now.
I wonder,
So
is she
right
gonna have
here
a
is
voice?
sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is
Probably
trying to
not.
protect, and the space pirates led by
Yeah,
Cyrus
okay.
is trying to take. So
That's probably for the best. Last time that
cover
didn't go so hot.
Make sure that the space pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area map acquired. Gonna go ahead and open it up.
I'm really surprised that we're getting a third game here. I was pretty sure they said that these were only going to be an hour. Maybe they said around an hour. But that's cool. I was definitely not expecting to see more of this one.
That's one of the cool things about this. It's got that, again, classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got your map and it's kind of in 3D and you can rotate it because like navigation and exploration is a big theme in this game and in the series.
Also different visors, so I just switched to my scan visor and I can scan this door here. It's going to give me access and a little bit additional information here.
It's pretty important too, of just like learning more about the lore of this world. So scanning is very important. It's been in the Metroid Prime series as well. So
Yes,
it's a great way to learn.
way to get additional backstory.
Oh, shit.
Also just helpful gameplay tips and even access to certain areas.
I'm excited to see some more combat that's not like cut up.
Try to protect the some of the people here, but they're getting attacked too much. Alright, so I'm gonna play a little faster here. Just go it. I can even scan enemies.
Yeah.
You can get a little additional here. Space pirate. You can see classic. Alright, and now they're gonna go away.
They're pretty ruthless. So one of them came at you to shank you.
I wonder if they'll show off the mouse mode
Even check out
for aiming.
here where it came down. So we have a dive
Nice little
spike.
landing
Yeah.
spikes.
Okay. Things are looking good. I'm gonna make my way through this door here.
And there's some environmental stuff that you could also choose to break too. You never know what's in the containers.
All right. So here's our first major obstacle. So of course I can enter into Morph Ball. I can go under small objects or large objects. Go into tiny rocks.
Morph Ball is like low-key one of the most insane things, like powers that any fictional character has.
But we
It's like, how exactly
suit.
do they roll her entire body into a ball? It's like, what is happening?
After this scene, I'm
So funny.
switch from the controls I was just doing. I'm going to
It's like she had to study yoga for 40 years before going out on her first bounty hunting mission.
actually start playing like that.
So you can see Demetrius is locking on to the enemies with the
I haven't got a chance to play Split
But then at the
Fiction
same
yet.
time, he's
Looking forward to
using
it though.
that
I really like
to
Joseph
kind of
Ferris.
fine-tune his aiming. Like like maybe the enemies.
His dedication to couch co-op is very admirable.
A little bit of nerves. Oh, come on. There we go.
But it's really cool though that you're able to.
I like that this has.
change between doing
It has a very
See
like
how quickly I can turn to side.
like Doom or like Quake. Oh, here we go. He's using the mouse now. It's got kind of like a Doom or like a Quake, like arena shooter
Once again, put my hand
vibe to it a little bit.
You see that little reticule pop up. You can see
Wow,
the
nice.
little tiny ones.
It's cool that you can just do that. Like you can just do it and then pick it back up and switch to the other mode.
Put the mouse, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on a surface.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
This guy, I think he's pretty low on health, so it'll tell me even in my visor. Yep, Eternal, 70%.
You're finish him
0%.
off. All right. Sorry, buddy.
All right,
Well, that's one of the cool
Collateral.
things too with the scanning is that some scans you need to do to advance in the story or activate certain mechanisms, but you can kind of decide how deep you want to go into the lore and like figuring out all the explanations of every element that you see in the game.
You can see this space is getting swarmed
Yeah, they're
with space pirates.
Coming in real fast.
They're trying to blow the door here. I'm gonna make my way to them as fast as possible. Go past.
I like the
them.
verticality of that scene. That's really cool.
Okay, there we go.
So there's the scientist moving back there
Yeah.
with the artifact.
The artifact back there.
Yeah.
Putting up a pretty good fight. Coming up is going to be my first collectible here. It's going to be my energy tank. Going to require that.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I think those games are so cool,
All
You can see that at the top of the screen, the 99 there. That's
especially like a co-op
adding
like
to the
story
energy
game.
as an
is so
additional
rare.
set of 99 little
And it's very special what they do.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
point.
glad that
So,
you and your son were able
looking at
to share that
screen
together.
right
That's
now,
really
on
cool.
the top left, we'll have the tracking meter for all of the enemies. On the top right, you'll have the
I'm hoping I
mini-map.
can
Bottom right, you have your missiles.
get to it
the total
soon. I'd
that
like
you
to
can
play it
pull
with
is
my
at the
wife.
bottom, the total that you have in your inventory is at the top, and then on the bottom left is all of your
Gosh.
weapons. And right now, all we
Just
have
so smooth.
So here we're just identifying some unknown materials.
Like getting to like appreciate a Nintendo game at 60 FPS is like it's really nice. It's nice.
So to the left is the artifact. That's what you're seeing here. It's the marked. Okay. And we can even just scan some more things here.
I want all the lore.
Terminal. I
Scan
know.
everything,
I
man.
know. There's so much.
Scan everything.
Oh, let's not scan the door yet. Let's scan these guys. Let's get a little bit of additional information about the Galactic Federation troopers. So we got that. All right. So here's another good example of how the control methods work. So right now I'm going to switch back to the normal split styles you see here in my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the visor. I'm going to scan this door. And this is a Federation lock-on gate. So it uses a lock-on ability that's a little bit special here. So what I'm going to do is switch back to my combat visor, hold ZL to lock on. And now I can use the right thumbstick or a little bit of motion sensor here, and I can kind of aim. And you see
Oh,
it's
cool.
A little slow here.
That's cool.
One way to do it. And now I'm going to try switching over to the mouse controls here. And I'm going to do the same thing with this door.
So while Dee's doing that, just wanted to mention again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are streaming in 4K. So we are playing the game in quality mode, which supports 4K to 60 frames per second.
Correct.
There will be another mode, which is called performance mode, which will run at 120 frames per second at 1080p.
So you can kind of choose for yourself if you want to focus on the resolution and that image quality or the performance and like the high frame rate.
Smooth, buttery friend.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
so
boy.
our first
God, these guys are gross.
that is going to be unique and we haven't really seen before.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
Oh.
But unlike normally a Metroid, normally defeating an enemy right there on spot, this one is actually
I'm not super up on my Metroid lore.
powering it
I
up.
thought Samus killed all the Metroids.
That is interesting.
They keep coming back.
I've seen before that it's fusing with other
Yeah,
beings.
so it's fascinating.
I think you got your work cut out for you here, Demetrius.
Yeah.
No pressure, all the
Just
pressure.
grew a 4-pack.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to lock on a little bit here, just get my bearings. So what we're seeing here is there's going to be a couple of weak spots. Ow, I jumped way too slow there. No, I'm not going to let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points There's going to be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw them at me, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Aberax can shield it with his arms, but
it goes in like a
can
box.
also put the
That mouse control is really going to be useful for those like finer, like aiming points like that.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never going to have all of those weak points exposed at the same time.
Oh, how am I missing? All right, I'm going to shoot these. You can dodge them. But
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to on this first year. Like if everything that's planned ends up coming out, like between Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, this, Pokemon, like everything's looking pretty promising.
Now it's going to open up.
Pokemon I have some reservations about, but
Try to get as many shots off as he can. He's going to try to hunt me down with that.
this
Oh, I
looks
thought I dodged
this looks really tight.
The other key technique there that Demetrius can use to dodge that attack is the strafing one, where if you're locked
There we
on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other laterally to avoid some of those attacks.
There we go.
Or you can get real up close. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
No, he'll try to grab me, so I'm trying not to do that. All right, so pretty good shots here coming out. Oh, no, 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 no.
We can see the Averax's health bar there at the top too, so he's making some progress, but he's got a lot of
Yeah, he's a
health
pretty
here.
beefy boy.
Yeah, I got to be very careful here. Oh, really? You're going to block that one? I was about to shoot it. Are you serious, Averax? Come on now. Let me just get to the side. No!
Oh, chuked
Putting
ya.
up the- oh, I'm getting too close. Nope, nope, he's trying to grab me. Yep.
That was close.
No,
He just
missile
wanted a
right to the
hug.
shoulder. No hugs for you. There you go. Well, I'm having a good lock on.
Ooh, damn.
Really putting up that
Ooh.
shield a lot. There we go. There
Nice.
we go. Okay, let's do this. Get ready for it. Shot. That. Throw a missile.
Oh.
Oh, you got
Okay.
the there.
Oh, wave shield now.
Do that again. This time I was prepared for it. That's gonna go up. Nope.
Ooh, there.
And go right
Nice.
under. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good.
I wonder.
Fire.
I wonder if some of her psychic abilities.
So now we have 4 weak spots. So
Well, I guess I should say I wonder when the psychic abilities come into play.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if like right after this kind of like opening tutorial,
Oh, he's getting a little too close.
you get sent
I
off
don't like that.
on that mission and it like kicks off right away, or I wonder how much time we get with the regular kit before they
You really do kind of have to throw
strip
everything
us,
thinking.
you know,
Yeah.
strip us back and
Double
give us the new
jump,
stuff.
missiles,
Just
target
throw in
shooting.
everything.
All right. You can lock on these too if you want, but I find it easier to just kind of openly shoot.
But you're not able to target or lock on to Aberax's
Correct.
weak points. So
Oh.
there it is.
Ooh!
Now
Oh no! Oh shoot!
Oh,
That's cool. I like that you can't lock onto the weak points too.
Let's center.
I like that. Keeps the challenge up and again encourages you to try out the mouse controls.
Looking good. No, no, no.
Oh, another one.
you go.
Man, he really wants
Yeah,
to
you
give you
really
a hug.
does.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, Muad'Dib. I think we'll get this will be our training level. Then we'll lose everything and we'll start to rebuild.
Come on, buddy.
It's okay. He's blocking now. I'm just gonna use some lock on here.
He's taking like a boxer stance there.
Yeah, yeah.
One more weakness spot. I'm shooting at it. There we go. Okay, I was already doing
Nice.
Go.
some good work.
All right.
Oh, is this
Yeah,
the
open belly.
finisher?
There you go.
Here,
Good weak spot.
What are you gonna do?
There you go.
Okay,
Oh.
bottom, through. Fire missiles. Looking good.
You got
Getting there, getting there.
Dodge, fire. Looking
It's
good.
right there. You're right there, man. Woo!
Charge my shot. Lock on. Fire. Oh, miss.
Oh, he missed. There we go.
Hey, you did it.
Nice.
Tough.
Yeah, this looks sharp.
Yeah.
This looks sharp. I'm pleased with this.
To gauge where to aim, and you can see it was all about kind of finely tuned aiming there, which is a lot of fun.
Now, artifact safe
Ooh, there's the man himself.
now?
And there's
There we go.
Yeah.
He has
Oh.
2 Metroid with him, which is also very curious.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out more about this interesting alliance.
You can see the battle.
Samus just standing here watching these guys get mowed down. It's like, all right, yeah, I guess I should fight.
Straight for the artifact.
You best not miss. We come up for Samus. So you can see the artifact now was hit, and it caused it to react to that in a very peculiar way, and that's folks, is a
Where
quick
we'll
look.
end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a sneak peek. We don't want to ruin the full surprise,
Not
but
at all.
hope that gave you a small taste of what to look for when Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
Well, thanks so much, guys.
So I guess tomorrow we'll probably get a look at Switch 2 versions of either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, or both, maybe.
Mario Kart World.
And then, what else is the question? Wait, what? They can't possibly have another thing. They said it was going to be an hour, didn't they? That's so weird. And again, we have like another one of these tomorrow. Like, let's see. Yeah, that's so crazy. It says... Oh, you know what? No. Okay. I was wrong. The direct was what they said was 60 minutes. That's what I was reading. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they have more to show. It's so interesting to me because it's like, how many games do they have to show off that we're doing 2 of these 2 days in a row? I don't know. Yeah, those companion apps will be nice for cleanup. You know, if you're like trying to like 100% the Korok seeds or something like that, definitely like a nice little addition. Hey, what's up, Max? Yeah, honestly, I don't know, man. We might be looking at more than 2 hours. Seems crazy to me, but honestly, who knows? I mean, it's 2 days in a row, so it's like, what else do they even possibly have to show? Obviously, we like Zelda, Mario Party, sure, but Kirby. They really gonna show me 20 minutes of all of those games, though? That seems crazy. I'm down. You know, I'm not complaining, but it's just it's interesting. Like I definitely, I don't know. It's I don't feel like they have 2 days worth of 20-minute deep dives, if that makes sense. Either way, though, I'm happy. So far, so good. Max, did you catch the Metroid stuff, or you just hopping on now? It's looking pretty sharp. We got a whole boss battle, broadcasting in 4K, looking pretty nice. Well, all right, folks. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go freshen up my water and use the bathroom, and I'll be back for our next game here. So keep hanging with me, and I'll see y'all in a few seconds. All right, I'm back, baby. Oh, take it easy, Muad'Dib. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Oh, we're
Hi,
back.
everyone again. My name is Teresa. For those of you just tuning in, this is Nintendo Treehouse Live Nintendo Switch 2. I am joined here by Corey, BK, and Dutch. And we're going to show you a little bit of Mario Kart World, a new mode called Knockout Tour.
All right.
Corey,
All
why don't
right.
you take us away and explain how we've set up this match?
Sure thing. So earlier today we saw a little bit of Grand Prix, and now we're going to check out Knockout Tour. This is a brand new mode.
I
where you're
would
gonna
not have expected
24 drivers
more Mario Kart
in
again
a
today either, right? Like
transcontinental rally where
this is interesting.
one can win at the very end.
I would have
and time out to
assumed
be
that
eliminated at each checkpoint. We're in
we
a
would do maybe 20 more minutes tomorrow, but
before
yeah,
we
fair
jump in,
enough.
You're saying that we're in a multiplayer kind of lobby here. I've got Coin Coffer as my character I've selected.
So
And if I control the camera with the right stick, you can see panning around. We've got BK just really ready to go, jumping around, waiting for the
wheelies.
match to start.
Baby Daisy Donuts.
Yeah.
With the left stick, I can also kind of move Coin Coffer to get him ready. And if I don't have an item and use the ZL, I can kind of do a little horn animation here.
I like that we get a little waiting room, like while you're waiting for the match to start. That's cool.
And we will be playing, again, like I said, Knockout Tour. We've dialed it up. We're going to be 150cc this time.
Okay, so this is the single elimination mode.
Difficulty to hard if you think we're up for it.
We gotta
I'm
ramp it up
for
a little bit for Corey and BK. These are no
yeah,
amateurs here.
you guys are pretty good at this. I want to see a challenge.
I'll take the vote of confidence. We'll see what happens. That's one of the
Yes.
things I love about this mode. This is my favorite addition here is every single match I've played of this is different because there's so much variation, so much possible things that can
Go ahead
change.
and go over to.
We're gonna go to Golden
Mushroom.
Rally?
All right. Nope.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
What are we? Where are we
Oh
going?
yeah, which one is it? Which one is it gonna be?
All right, we're gonna go to the ice.
Oh, Ice
All right.
Valley.
Ice flower.
Okay.
All right, so as Corey had mentioned, Knockout Tour is 24 players. We have 2 human players. Everything else will be comms. But as the mode mentions, you'll be knocking players out at each checkpoint. But what's really fascinating about this mode is that all of these courses are interconnected. So you're going to go from one to the other.
Oh, cool.
And so right now we're in segment 1.
So you,
all
that's
these
interesting.
players will need to play
I wonder, is there any game mode where you do multiple laps or no? We haven't even seen one.
Lower right, that indicates
There probably is. It's probably like a classic mode.
So we got Corey on 6th, 5th
All
place.
right, just took out side stepper.
Staying close to the front here early on. But that could change.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I just got crushed.
All
by
right.
Birdo.
So I'm seeing some more characters that we haven't seen yet. We've got a Delfino Islander.
It's like a luge.
I know they're in their
Pianta.
natural habitat here.
Oh.
Yeah,
I really like the onomatopoeia, like the letters appearing over them with the explosion and the beeps and stuff. It's like very cool.
Segment, so we're about 3/4 of the way through our first segment, and since we only need to be 20th or better to move on, not feeling the pressure too much right now since I got 9th. But as you said, Teresa, anything can happen
Yeah.
in these matches, so you never get to a point.
Oh, jeez. I'm not too worried about it. Immediately get struck by lightning. Cool.
And as you see this on my screen, there's sort of this like rainbow border. That means I'm getting close to the cutoff checkpoint, but
See the big
because I'm
20 there.
roughly 9th, I've made it.
We're both very safe.
We both get to continue racing.
So the next condition.
Okay, that's cool.
To place at 16th or better to make it to the next segment.
This is neat. I really was expecting there to be more segmentation between these rounds. Like, I think it's pretty cool that it's just like you're just going, you know?
Yeah.
And like if you get eliminated, you just drop out and like the race just continues. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, prioritize revenge at all
We've got a
times.
rivalry going now.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, as we all know, the most heated rivalry is Coin Coffer and Birdo.
But why? Oh, you
What
got
do you know?
some snazzy Shy Guy snowboarding in this one.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
This poor guy's just trying to snowboard. Freaking carts driving past him.
See if I can hit BK here.
No, you don't have to do that. That's fine.
Oh,
Skip that.
so close.
Oh, no.
Oh, there it is. Ooh,
Oh, whoa. Oh, my God. That hammer is cool.
Is that a pun there?
Oh, the crab. He's a racer now. Cool.
Somebody will want that peel.
You got it, yeah.
Seems like a lot of mobs got added.
That's one level of security I would really enjoy having.
I do enjoy that when you do go over water as well, your vehicle will automatically transform into that hovercraft kind of mode. Oh no. Oh, I somehow.
Alright, so we're coming up. That checkpoint is going to be coming up here pretty quick. Start to see those colors creep in from the side.
Yep, on BK's.
I wonder if they're going to end up bringing back any of the like DLC characters from like, other franchises and stuff.
Stakes are getting higher. You're
Nice.
now having to place at 12th or better to make it to the next round.
Like I really loved having the Animal Crossing villagers and Link in there. I think that would be really cool to see more of that.
You're encountering
Oh yeah.
as you work your way through here.
That'd be like a great season pass situation.
You can see on BK's screen he has 20 coins, so that's optimized to speed.
You
Oh,
didn't,
no.
I don't
Oh,
think you
Corey's
need
on
point that, right?
17
Oh, Corey.
coins, so
Oh, that's a new number, isn't it? Didn't it used to be 10 was the max?
what?
Yeah, I actually don't mind being in third right now. I'm safe right now.
It is pretty safe because BK is playing a risky game.
Whoa, oh my
and
God,
taken
that was
out
cool.
by Spike
Big
Hill.
jump.
I just love how smooth this is as well.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, oh my gosh.
That was really nice.
That was really cool. It's like a real alternate way down the mountain.
Much variety going on in the world of Mario.
Yeah, I'm loving the maple trees. They're very pretty.
Coming up on the last couple curves here, a little hairpin curve.
Man, I cannot. This guy got such a lead.
Oh, that's gonna make visibility a little.
This is
difficult.
nice. I like that we're getting to see two humans play against each other. It's, I think selling it a little bit better.
Quick talk.
I didn't get to eat it. Coin coffer, got 20 coins.
Alright, so we're sitting at first and second.
You got a nice,
Still.
comfy lead up
Still
Oh
there.
yeah, so now that we're in the
Seconds left.
next segment,
Let me enjoy
we're-
one last
oh,
Corey.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh.
You're gonna enjoy
Oh.
something coming
Oh no.
Oh no.
from Birdo.
No, thank
Here
you.
it comes,
I don't
here
know
it
where
comes.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh.
Can't feather your way out of that one.
I wonder if you actually can use the feathered
Oh,
dodge
right.
like that or not.
No.
Oh yeah, that gave Corey a little bit of more time to catch up with BK, but we'll see what happens. We still
Still
have a couple
yeah.
more segments, so
No new hazards.
with this
Oh, no.
fourth one, they're having to place at 8th or better. So you guys are doing pretty good so far.
Look out.
You'll get taken out by the other players.
Yeah, you're both kind of out of the pack right now, but
Yeah.
no, that's not a. That's not
Yeah,
a
they're
permanent
pretty
state.
far ahead of the rest of the
Little
racers.
mini map on the right side of the screen. You can see they're catching up.
Yeah, you've got a nice little lead again here.
Passing all these toads and sedans. They're just on their morning commute. They have no
Sunday
idea.
And now they're
I'm
throwing
just trying to get to work.
fireballs.
It's just typical road traffic in the mushroom. Kingdom.
It's very busy.
Coming up on the checkpoint.
Typical
Easy
morning
now.
traffic.
Pretty comfortable first and
Yeah, the
second.
order is really helpful there to just know
Yeah.
you're getting closer.
All right, 5th segment. So now you're needing to place at 4th or better. That's
Starts getting
pretty
real
challenging.
tough.
Yep.
This is fun. This is a cool mode.
I think I see you right up there.
I think they've done a good job of adding new novel ideas that like freshen it up a little
I'm
bit.
loving
Who
the
knows?
cherry blossoms because it is very on point for the season as we're going into spring.
That is true.
Whoa.
All right.
BK just clipped that car. You can see it's not an
Mm.
automatic
Oh,
wipe
no.
out if you touch the cars. You know, you might get knocked up a little bit. You might go up on 2 wheels. You might kind of stumble and flip around. But sometimes even when you crash, you can maintain a little bit of your momentum.
Oh, excuse me. Got the Hammer Bros and like the Boomerang Bros in the back of these cars are so massive. Why are they so giant?
Whoa! Nice dodge there, BK.
Thank you. Don't recommend trying this at home.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
up
yeah.
on 2 wheels there.
Ah.
I know you've had that
No, no, no.
crown for a
No.
long time here, BK. Is that getting kind of heavy?
Oh no. Oh man.
Oh no.
I'll take it.
Gosh.
I will take it.
Nice. Oh, good shot.
Wow, Corey.
It's all right.
ruthless.
Home stretch.
Into the final segment now.
Want it back, Corey. Give it back, Corey.
Can't deny that coin coffer looks pretty amazing. with this crown.
You know what? It does kind of make the coin coffer, having the crown on his head there.
I mean, it's in the name, so it's got a lot of bling. Need all the treasure.
Oh, no! Oh, somebody cut across the grass.
wow.
Who was this? Now I have a rival.
So now the rules are simple.
Oh,
In this
no.
last segment, you just gotta aim for first. So let's see who.
Ooh, look out, heads up.
Oh
Fine.
no,
Totally
Corey.
fine. Oh, it's not.
Oh, Jesus. Pulled ahead at the exact worst time.
Down there, too. Oh, no.
Oh.
Just holding on to my super horn over here.
Intentionally sandbagging it to avoid that spiny shape.
I want to say I totally did that right now. Yeah,
Corey, I
I
appreciate
wish.
you broadcasting what you have equipped right now. It's going to help me out a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Man, I really, really like these courses. These layouts are really sick.
Do our best
DK's
here.
sitting at 15 coins. He's got the coin disadvantage
Yeah,
right now.
you probably want a few
Corey's got a
more
full 20.
just to build up your
Need more
speed a
points.
little.
Hey.
Nice.
Ah, yeah. You know what?
That looks really
Come on,
fun.
Corey.
Well raced.
I really
So
like
we
that.
Were playing here with what? Two humans.
I think particularly if you're playing with like a bunch of humans and it's a very competitive like crew, like that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, so everyone would be a human player, but it is nice going up against some hard CPU as well.
Yeah.
You can only imagine that chaos though of like 24 players just throwing items at each other.
Yeah, I think we got pretty lucky given the item distribution on this one. It gets much more chaotic depending on what some of those other CPUs get equipped with, what some of the other human players get equipped
Oh
with.
yeah,
Right.
be fun. Cool. Well,
Hello.
that's all we have for this segment, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Up next is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
We can just keep playing, right?
What? Oh my god, that's so bizarre. I can't believe they're going for another one.
Play.
That's crazy. I don't know what to make of this Nintendo Switch tour game. I don't know about all that, if I'm honest. Right? Yeah. It's like, how would you like to spend $5 for a manual? I saw a price point in yen earlier, and I think the conversion was like $6 American or something like that. And I'm like, that's still too much. Huh. So what other games? Let me look at my list, my notes from yesterday and see. I don't know if there's another. I don't know if there's another game I'm not thinking of. Maybe. There probably is, but. Oh, I guess they have that. There's that the wheelchair basketball game with the mouses. That's another one you could show off. Do 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 do. Yeah, I really can't. I can't think of any other games that I'm metagaming here. I'm trying to figure out like what else are you gonna show me? Let's see, launch titles. All the impressions are starting to come out now too. That's pretty interesting. I would like to check some of those out today. So let me see. So we got Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Metroid Prime. Welcome Tour. I'm looking at from VGC's breakdown if there are any of the games like to see what games they got shown, and maybe if any of those are going to be. Oh, you know, they could show off game chat. That's another thing that they could show us some footage of. That would be interesting. That would definitely be something worth showing off. So, okay, so this is the other launch titles. We have Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, Bravely Default, Civ 7, Cyberpunk, Deltarune, Vast Fusion, Fortnite, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, Hitman World of Assassination, Turf Wizard Game, Mario Kart World, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, No Bubaga's Ambition, Awakening, Complete Edition, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, Street Fighter 6, Survival Kids, Split Fiction, and then the Nintendo Switch editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and then Yakuza 0. So, of those, I mean, a bunch of those games are already out, so it's like I don't think you would show them.
Hi again, everyone. This
Dusk
is
Bloods,
Nintendo
I guess, could
Treehouse
maybe,
Live,
because that's going to get the
Nintendo
blog post
Switch
tomorrow.
2.
Maybe they show that
My name
tomorrow.
is Teresa. I'm joined
We
here
do the
by
blog,
Josh
and then we get a deep dive.
And we're here to show
Maybe.
a really exciting experience that is called Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh, wait, is this
So I'm
really
gonna
an
pass it
exciting
off to
experience?
Dutch, so he can kind of walk us through what's going on so far.
All right, let's hop into it. I'll take a look here. So you
Golden
can see we're
Sun does feel like kind of one of the big IPs that they've
Joy-Con
not,
2.
And you just
you know, like it feels like
I did.
one that
I got
is
it.
overdue for some kind of revisiting. I'm with you there, Wakahula. Because it's like they've been doing the more mature stuff, right? Like we have Metroid Prime 4, which is clearly like a more adult-oriented title. You know, we have Xenoblade, we have, you know, Bayonetta. It's like, I think like a you know, like Golden Sun aimed at like teens, late teens and adults. I think there's something there. I really do.
Pretty much every single piece of the entire hardware is labeled with these boards, like even pieces that you might not even think about or realize are there. So it's kind of fun to wander around. Some of them have
this
little
is
notes.
new.
Yeah. So here we see the mouse feet. So we saw in the direct and some of the segments so far that both of the Joy-Con 2 controllers can be used as a mouse. So they have the mouse feet there.
I really can't believe that they're making this a paid piece of software. I really can't.
The mouse sensor is.
And I gotta say, even showing this at the Treehouse, it's like, what are we doing, guys? Nobody's gonna play this.
That's where all that mouse technology.
Who's gonna pay for this?
There's a lot of new stuff to get acquainted with here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got the let's hop over here to this because this is the SL and the SR buttons right here. So those are kind of redesigned. They've got a different shape and feel to them.
They're big and made of metal now, which is pretty sick.
But as Dutch was mentioned, like this feels very much like an expo, so it's really a great piece of an experience where you
A
can
great piece of an
see,
experience.
learn,
That does
explore
seem
more,
like what it is.
especially for somebody that you know, a new piece of technology or hardware that you're not quite sure or really familiar about. This is a great interactive way for you to experience it, especially like some of these things that we're going to see a little bit later. You really want to have your own personal experience to really get an appreciation of what you're going to see and feel.
And part of that is that here we see one of the components is the quiz.
A quiz?
Here.
A quiz about
That is
facts
really
about the
like a
console
rare
that I bought?
Look kind of behind the curtain.
Like,
about
really, guys?
How this system was built, how the hardware is built, and some of the design decisions that went into it.
Yeah.
So this is a good spot to learn about this. So this one's about the HD Rumble
This is a great
2 function.
bit of
And
information
those
for a
of you at
Nintendo
home,
Direct.
Pay attention. There might be a pop quiz later.
I don't know about this, guys.
All right, so again, we have a little diagram here, a little animation showing us these specific spots on the Joy-Con 2 controller and the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. And this is where the HD Rumble 2 components are located. So we get a little cutaway diagram here. You can see those orange rectangles there. And it tells us that these are custom built from the ground up. So this is not the same Rumble hardware that was in the Switch console. So they're in both controllers, and they had to go do like a full customization.
It's really interesting to see that diagram too, because where they are positioned specifically in the Joy-Con 2 as well as the Pro Controller 2, it's right in the palm of your hands.
That's right.
We'll talk a little bit more about that too.
And we see that we use magnets and electromagnets to shift a weight, and that's how the rumble function is created. So this is an example of one of the older rumble functions in older Nintendo controllers. So you have a little axis there with a weight spinning around on it. But here with the HD Rumble 2, it's not spinning, it's vibrating side to side at a high speed. So it's like a different system that they're using for the HD Rumble 2 function.
Linear mode.
This is interesting information. I don't think that this is the kind of thing that we should be paying $6 to play. It's not like this is not a game,
So moving it
you know?
sideways makes it easier to rumble in various ways, and you can really feel that with the hardware. We'll get into
This
that,
is super nerdy.
later.
Like this is super nerdy information, right? I don't think the average person cares about that. I think that's interesting. But
So it has a
again, it's the kind of thing I would like to read in a book,
like a
right?
touch,
Or like
much
maybe a doc,
and at the maximum
documentary,
speed,
but
it's
like
much
not.
stronger than the HD Rumble on Nintendo
I don't know.
Switch. And I can attest to that. You know, having these in my hands right now. At the peak, it is a lot more intense than on the Switch system.
It feels very satisfying.
It does. It does. But you know, it's not going to be at that full intensity the whole time you're playing a game. It's you know, they'll save that maximum intensity for certain moments where it makes sense. All right, so it's weak or strong. and
That's funny.
maximum power
So this is actually the same system anyway. Okay, fair enough.
Very interesting, especially
That's
on
so
how
funny.
different experiences or games apply and use the HD Rumble 2 and how you can, you know, get that experience.
And this part is telling us about where they're located. So you can see that orange rectangle down there at the bottom. And they've been designed to transmit the sensation directly, no matter how you're holding them. I think this is interesting. We get a little like blown out view of the different components of the controller. And they've located it in the spot, on that spot on the back, on that last piece on the right. And that's because that's the part that has the most contact with your hand while you're holding the system. So you can kind of see right down here.
Yeah, it's really thoughtfully designed where like the bulk of your hand contacts the controller.
You know, Ryan, I'm not sure if Princess Peach is playable. I think she might be DLC.
That you don't always get to see with Nintendo products.
Exactly.
Outside of something like an Ask the Developer article where you get a little bit more of the designer's thinking, there's a lot of that featured in Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome to It.
Yeah.
All right, so let's make our way down here. We're going to go to this little cube over here. We're going to talk to this person.
Ryan, you're gonna, is this a day one for you?
This is
Nintendo Switch
so this is
2
like a
manual.
We'll jump in here. This is going to be about that HD Rumble 2 function. So we're gonna
Oh
start
my
with
God, you guys.
and what it's like.
For those of you at home, what you'll see is what we're seeing, but Dutch here is actually able to feel the experience of the HD.
This is
Rumble
such a
2.
rough
So
thing to be
again, just
demoing.
reinforce
I feel so
that
bad for it's like,
really
oh, you
get
can't
the
see. He can feel stuff in his hands, though. It's like, oh my God, you guys. Why is Nintendo showing this?
Something you got to get in.
So we've got our
What do you
little
mean, Ryan? You're going to pick this up day one?
on the right
I don't
side.
understand.
We check off everything on that list. Then we'll get a medal. That's a little silhouette there. And then we can use that to unlock other parts of the game. So let's hop in. So I've got my maracas here. Can kind of shake them around. And right now, you know, obviously you're watching us, so you don't have them in your hands. But I'll try to describe it for you. So we've got kind of like a light. It feels like there's like tiny, like plasticky things inside. It's like kind of a dry feeling, I guess, if that
You
makes
could
sense.
actually feel the beads that we're seeing on screen.
Yeah, I can feel it. And then let's see. So we've got, we see on the bottom, we can change from beads to a rubber ball. So I'm going to change that on the left one. And like,
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Packed in, sure, $1, no way. It's like, yeah, I would not even pay $1 for this. I really wouldn't.
like, obviously pushing the button doesn't make the controller heavier.
Oh, thank you so much, Ryan.
Side to side
Really
feels
appreciate
like,
the tip, buddy.
Like the bouncing is like
Thank you so
stiffer,
much.
Maybe a little. It feels like bouncy.
Yeah.
It feels like it's made of rubber.
But I think in the right Joy-Con there, you can feel that there are many individual objects in there,
Yes.
all bouncing around, and you get a sense of the texture of that. Like you were saying, they feel kind of hard, right? Whereas in the left Joy-Con, you can feel that it's made of rubber. It's got a bounce to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and then
This is a cool demo, like to show you the difference between like items is like a cool idea, you know.
Very fast.
I just again I can't believe they thought that this was like this was worth being a paid piece of software.
So we got our
You know?
finished everything on our checklist.
It's just
Let's
a
go
little bit
ahead
ridiculous.
And hop out here. And let's go over here.
Yeah, or buy some maracas for $3.
We got this kid here who wants to tell us about his 10 medals. It's good for him. All right.
Bragging rights there.
Thanks,
So
bud.
I'll put this up here. So we can see up at the top we're in the tech demo section. So we did this one. We've got our medal for it here.
So right now you're exploring the left Joy-Con too.
Right.
Yeah, all of this is on the left Joy-Con too. Let's go around here and talk to this person who wants to tell us about the HD Rumble 2 function. So this is a mini game. So we just saw a tech demo before. This
Oh,
is
we're
an
finally gonna show a game. It's like, all right, how would you like to watch us read
function.
text and then do a tech demo that is so about the feel? Okay, good. Let's see some stuff that looks like a game.
The mouse control. So I'm just going to put the Joy-Con 2 controller flat down on the surface, and I'm going to click it to get started. All right, so we see the orange.
I wish they were showing us like Civ 7 or something with the mouse. I want to see more mouse
orange
stuff.
dot along a single line here. And as I got close to the hidden point here, I'm going to start feeling the vibration in the controller. So I'm starting to
That's
get it.
interesting.
Here on this end,
That
I've got
mouses
over
can't
there.
vibrate. That's actually interesting. Like I hadn't really thought about that. Like that could be that could lead to some interesting gameplay
Speed doesn't change.
interactions,
Just the
you know?
intensity of the rumble. So
You're trying to find the point where you feel the strongest rumble.
yeah, so I think it's starting to fade off on this side. It gets pretty strong right in here, and then it's starting to fade off a little bit on this side. I'm gonna go right here. All right, that's okay. Yeah,
Not
okay.
bad.
62 is not bad. Not good enough for a medal though. So I'm gonna try it again.
Try again.
You could see those measurement markers on the top and bottom of the screen, and
I gotta say, I think it's a little generous to call these mini games too. Like
It's almost like
this
trying to
is
find
like
the right radio signal.
find the biggest rumble.
too,
It's
it's
like,
not
come
like,
on, guys.
It's like a great.
I'm sorry, I just like I can't help but compare this to like Astrobot's Playroom and like what a sick tech demo that is. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say right here on this little intersection right here.
Ooh,
nice.
that's very
pretty good.
close hole. Nicely
All right, well,
done,
that'll get me-
Dutch.
I'll get me
very
3 medals.
good, very good.
All right, so let's go ahead and back out of here. So that's just one example of a mini game.
One thing I didn't think about until a lot later.
God,
is
that's
that
the first
a lot
mini
of
game we're
people
showing
are
off. That's
familiar with
rough.
Using a mouse on a computer, right? But you don't have rumble in your mouse.
He's saying the same thing I just said. Yeah.
So, like the sensation of using a mouse with rumble in it is very different than using just a traditional computer mouse.
Yeah, it kind of opens up a whole new like type of input that you can use when you're using mouse controls for a game.
Yeah.
So we see here we've opened up another level of difficulty for this minigame, but we need 8 medals to access it. And we can see in the upper left-hand corner, we only have 3, so we can't go to that one right now. But
The experience definitely encourages you to keep exploring and then come back and see what's open.
I think it's very funny that they are not calling it a game. Like she keeps saying the experience, like the experience. It's like, yeah, it's certainly not a game. It's certainly something.
I'm gonna hop in here, and this one is all about dodging the spike balls. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. No negativity from my end on the rest of this. Like I'm right there with you. Mario Kart World looks exceptional. I think DK looks like the most creative first-party Nintendo game in a while.
Joy-Con 2 controller down.
I don't mean that as a dig to other first-party Nintendo games. They're some exceptionally creative games on Switch, and I think this one is just like, yeah, like it feels very fresh, right? Like it feels like a totally new kind of game rather than like, you know, Breath of the Wild, which was like an evolution of the Zelda formula, right? Or maybe like a return to the original formula if you want to posit it that way. Odyssey felt like an evolution of you know, the 3D Mario formula. It's so cool that DK is like a brand new style of game. The destruction element and all that is like so interesting. And the graphics are beautiful on both of them. They look gorgeous. Even I thought Metroid looks really good too.
I believe in you, God. She got
It makes sense to me that this is the last thing that they're showing after a second Mario Kart. I'm assuming this is the last thing anyway. What I mean to say is it makes sense to me that they're burying this so deep in this presentation because obviously this is the least interesting thing. But I just really can't believe that they decided that this was something that they should sell.
It is really responsive. So like you can kind of, you can get yourself out of some pretty sticky situations here. Whoa.
serpentine.
God, right? I mean, it's been so long since a new Donkey Kong game. I mean, like DK64 was the last proper, like, you know, attempt at a Donkey Kong game that wasn't a revival of Donkey Kong Country, right? Which, like, those games are great. Don't get me wrong, but like DK64, you know, kind of like kicked off like a real, like, it was like that came out, and then it was like we had Donkey Konga and Jungle Beat and like all those like weird spin-off games and stuff, and then it was like not even until, you know, what, the Wii, near the end of it when we finally got Tropical Freeze, and then we actually like saw some new Donkey Kong. But again, it was like a new Donkey Kong chasing the old Donkey Kong, and it's cool that this is like a fresh, you know, kickoff point for him.
But instead of just survival this time, the objective is...
Yeah, Steve was definitely excited by what we saw yesterday. It was unfortunate he wasn't able to join us for the coverage with everything. He had some stuff going on at home that unfortunately precluded him from joining us. But I think he's going to get a chance to share his thoughts on the Steam Deck podcast this week, because we're going to be talking a little bit about some of those features that we thought might be interesting for like a Steam Deck 2. And we got a question from someone in the community if they should trade in their Steam Deck for a Switch 2. So we'll probably have some more Nintendo Switch conversation over there. And then I'm hoping to get him on Nintendo Noise sometime in the next, you know, next couple weeks or whatever, once things cool off for him. And who knows, maybe we'll talk about it on Flip Screen Games as well. That we've got the March episode of that's coming up, and we're going to be talking about like looking forward to games that are coming out for the rest of the year. So he'll have an opportunity to talk about software and stuff at least then as well. And yeah, Steve did get a pre-order in today. Very lucky.
Where you just want to keep playing and get a higher and higher score.
Yeah.
And for this one, you were using just one mouse.
Yeah.
But later, these mini games get progressively more difficult, and later they introduce using two at the same time, and that broke my brain when I had to do it for the first time. Because like you're used to using a computer mouse, right, with your dominant hand, but when you have to use two at the same time, there's something happens.
It's a test of eye-hand coordination at maximum.
And we did unlock another level of difficulty there, but we need 29 medals for that.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe Steve already got a pre-order.
Come over here, and we're going to make our way to Area B. And this person's going to check and make sure that we've got all our stamps. You get the stamps from finding the signboards.
Right, and I should mention that we're coming into this segment with some pre-existing...
I'm like so jealous that all of the European folks are already being able to get their pre-orders in, and like over in the States, so you got to wait like another month.
Correct.
It's like April 9th, I think, is our pre-order date. Yeah, I'm so jealous. And it's like, obviously it doesn't matter. It's like, you know what, okay, you got a pre-order in a few weeks before me, but I'm like, I just want to get it and know I have it and not have to think about it anymore, you know?
Nice little personal ice
I'm
cream.
really hoping I can get one at one of the retail stores near me. Like Best Buy is apparently doing midnight releases. So if I can get one at Best Buy, that would be clutch, because there's one right near me. I could get, you know, I could get it for that midnight release and play for a couple hours that night. Like, be fun. Be a lot of fun.
Unlocked on the left Joy-Con 2 controller where we were.
And you can get a little bit of an idea of just how much there is to do here.
Just how much there is to do here, but yet I don't want to do any of it.
We got a couple on this map that we can see in this area. the mini games that we saw with the dodging the spike balls and everything. And over
Pete,
here,
can you explain to my wife that I need the
these are the insights, so
MK8
that's,
bundle,
sign
Pro
one,
controller,
sign
GameCube
two,
controller,
two.
and camera all on
This is
day
the map
one?
of
She's
the
listening. Her
area,
name is
so
Josie.
the
Oh,
left
of
is
course I
the
can,
area,
Ryan. Okay.
and then this is the
All right,
purple
Josie.
area right here.
Yeah, there's a huge
So
map
here's
of
how I'm gonna
Mexico
pitch this to
and
you,
explore,
okay?
but also
Because
for those that are
you know, I
completionist,
can
like
talk about
I'm definitely
the
gonna
value
try to get
of the
all
Nintendo
those
Switch
checked
2,
out.
right? And that, you know, we got this really exciting new hardware generation kicking off. There's all these fun new games to play. You know, Mario Kart, going to be a great time. I'm sure that you two could enjoy that together. But I think, you know, if you're not a gamer, Josie, but you probably are if you're listening. But if you're not, right? If it's not something where you're like, oh, like I'll enjoy this and you know it'll be something that will be fun for both of us. I think the way that you got to think about it is what can you get out of this, right? How can you use this as a negotiating tactic, right? What's the expensive toy that you want to spend too much money on? What's the expensive trip that you want to go on? What's the what hobby do you have that you want to spend an absorbent amount of money on? And I think you let Ryan get his Switch 2 and his bundle and his camera and an extra GameCube controller, and then you bank that. You know, you put that in your back pocket, Josie. And when it's time, when you've got, you know, I don't know, maybe you play a sport, right? And you want to buy some new gear, or maybe you're into, I don't know, like sewing or gardening, or maybe you're like a really big like film buff, or you really like books, and just go crazy, right? Be like, okay, like let's go buy $600 worth of antique books. Let's go buy $600 worth of Blu-rays or knitting needles or whatever, right? Like you just gotta find your in, right? And how. You know, that's the beauty of a relationship, right? You know, of a marriage, right? It's give and take. This is your give, and then when it's time for you to take, you got $600 in the debt card. You know, I think that's a win-win.
That being said, there's still a lot of experiences. That
Love you too, Ryan.
4K, but yeah.
Happy to help out. I hope it worked.
You can play without a 4K display. Okay, so here we are.
So tiny.
Okay, this is the first really cool demo. This is cool. I like this.
The pixel resolution of the
I love that you're just like playing it as it's expanding. That's like a really cool idea.
on the display. So what would that look like if you mapped the original art that was drawn for Super Mario
This is a fun idea.
to a 4K display without scaling it? And 4K resolution is 3,840 pixels wide. So you can see as Dutch is progressing in the stage.
Oh, thank you so much, Ryan. You're the best.
widening there, and we can fit
Appreciate you.
the
Oh, it was gardening? All right, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. Get some exotics, you know?
World 1-1.
I'm just getting into gardening myself, and you know, it ain't
It is
cheap.
both an impressive
if you're trying to invest in the hot
on
stuff,
screen, but
you
also
know?
impressive to see Dutch able to complete it.
Like if you want to, you know, get some nice planters in the backyard maybe, or plant some trees, something nice and fancy.
How many pixels
I feel like that's the move.
represents?
Yeah, we've come a long way
Sure.
since the NES.
Yeah.
So you can see the entire level fits on a single screen at 4K.
That's so cool.
All right, so we
Nice
got our
work.
checklist. We didn't finish all
I
the
feel like they
stuff.
should put the whole
We
game
didn't get our medal.
in that way, though. If you could complete all of Mario
Folks at
in
home
this
just
game
announce it when
in that
they-
style, that would be the thing I would pay for.
So let's see. What else do we want to take a look at here? Maybe.
This is another fun experience here. That's a frame rate mini game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see the.
Yeah, you can see the ball changing its frame rate.
All right, but we have some homework to do, some assignments. So let's go ahead and make our way back to the quiz. Teresa did kind of half promise us a quiz at the end.
I want that quiz.
So we're gonna come back.
Why do you want the quiz, Teresa? Stop! We don't need to take a HD Rumble quiz. So silly. Oh my gosh.
All right, question number 1. Which part of the console is shown?
The microphone.
So we saw earlier, it is not HD Rumble. It is HD Rumble 2.
That's right, because HD Rumble was part of the Nintendo Switch. but
It's so funny that they're bothering to call it HD Rumble too. It's like, guys, I don't think you need to. I don't think we need to have iterative versions of it. You can just call it HD Rumble. I think that's okay.
From side to side, it shakes up and down, or it stretches and shrinks. We saw in the original, like the older hardware, it would spin around on kind of an axis.
Yeah, think about how the Rumble on like a Nintendo GameCube controller worked. That was the more the spinning style.
But this one, we saw in this little animation here, it shakes from side to side on kind of like that coil, like a weight on a coil.
Guys, I'm begging you to just answer the questions. Oh my god.
Questions are royalty. The third.
It's always weak, or it can be either strong or weak.
Well, if you remember from the experience that you did earlier where you were kind of sweeping the frequency, it increased or decreased in intensity.
I really think it's so cool that the mouse thing just like happens when you turn it on its side, that it's like it just modularly switches between the two is like very cool. I like that a lot.
All right, I can do mouse controls for this one too. All right, in the Joy-Con 2 controllers, what are the HD Rumble 2 parts attached to? The plastic on the front, number 1, the middle part, number 2, or the plastic on the back, or they're not attached to anything.
They're just hovering.
They're just loose.
In there. Yeah, and we remember we saw this is number 3. It's kind of on this little
waffly area down there.
The waffle. I think that's the technical term. The
Yes,
waffle.
waffle.
The little waffly area.
And it's located there because that's the part that has the most contact with your hand where it's going to be held. So that's where you're going to feel it the most. So we're going to say 3, plastic on the back. Let's see how we did.
Hey,
we did it.
100%.
Yeah, right? Like I figured it would be like a thing where it was like you had to like enter mouse mode, right? Or something like that. I didn't think it would be a thing where it would just kind of seamlessly switch. And like they were showing in the Metroid Prime 4 footage earlier where it's like in real time just being like, okay, like using it to aim and then switching back to move around and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All over the map, you know, we saw this.
There sure is a lot of content. I don't know that any of it's interesting or worth money. Well, it's interesting. Worth money.
And you can kind of see the, the completion percentage for each section. So we're just scratching the surface here.
Exactly, because again, like there's so much more to explore. There's so much more to just experience, and you'll even be able to get inside the console to learn even more. As Sam mentioned,
You'll be able to physically crawl inside your console.
In the palm of your hand, literally. So.
And you might think that you know everything there is to know about Nintendo Switch 2 because it looks so familiar to Nintendo Switch, but the even things that existed on Nintendo Switch, like HD Rumble, have been redesigned for Nintendo Switch 2. So there's a lot of
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point about it, Ryan, is like if you're not playing at a desk or anything, like how are you going to use mouse controls? I'm wondering if I have like a laptop like a lap stand. Part of me is like maybe I'll play with that for some games and like, switch between it.
So just stay tuned.
You're kidding me. We're still going, huh? All right, gang. Hell, I really thought we would be done. Yeah, right. Like just using it as a surface, like just having like the laptop bar, I don't know, lap thing on my lap and just using it to use, to use mouse controls in certain games. Not the most convenient thing, but I think like at any time being able to switch to a mouse is very interesting. Something I would like to try to take advantage of. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom again, and I'll be right back.
Thank you for watching Nintendo Treehouse Live with Nintendo Switch 2. My name is Corey. I am here with Dutch,
Oh, I'm back.
Teresa, Demetrius, Kay, and Chiwu. Today, we'd like to show off a brand new game we just announced called Drag and Drive. In this game, this is a brand new 3v3 sport where you're going to be shooting, driving.
I thought we might see this.
Tricks, all while using dual motion controls with the.
This game, the idea of it seems cool, but I just cannot imagine that this works very well. You know?
Before we get into this 3-on-3 sport, let's show off a little bit of what I mean about these dual mouse controls. So I'm going to go through the tutorial here. So we'll start by pressing L and R on my Joy-Con 2 controllers. And you'll see that we've got these mouse pads here today, and we've got a flat surface.
You know what I mean? Like, how is this going to work? Like, how are you going to be able to fluidly do this where you're, like, just sliding on mouse pads and stuff? It's like, you'll have to be, like, sitting at a table leaned over or at a desk or something. I just don't think this makes any sense. Like, it's a cool idea, but again, it feels like a cool idea for, like, a mini game, not for, like, a full 3-on-3 multiplayer game.
And now if I slide my Joy-Con 2 controller forward, you'll see my character turn to the left. Likewise,
So Medi in the chat is saying some journalist was told to potentially use their lab instead of the mouse mat that was in front of them. You mean lap maybe? When they got some hands-on experience with the mouse, but I think that's probably like a typo, and you meant to say lap. Which would make sense, right? Like if it does work that cleanly on your lap, then that would be great. And I think for something like this, where you're like just swiping rather than like fine motor aiming or something, like that would be fun. Or that would be fine. That should work.
Next up, we've got brakes.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I feel like this is a game that looks like it would be fun one time, maybe. Like it feels like the way I feel about most VR games, where I'm like, this would be a fun thing to do for like a day, you know, but not necessarily like an online game that's like, because like look at this, look how much he's moving his hands. Like I just feel like that doesn't feel like it's gonna be at all natural. And like when we saw the gameplay footage of them like actually doing the basketball, it looked very stiff, you know.
I'm playing on a flat surface, but
yeah, so I'm with you there, Medi. I think that could work. I could see that using your lap instead.
Next up, we've got lights on the back of your character. So as you can read there, they're going to light up when you hit your top speed. So it kind of starts out with nothing, and then as you move forward, you're going to see that flash. And long slides forward with each Joy-Con are really the way to play this game.
It seems tough to maintain momentum, too.
But as you get used to it as well, you'll want to.
Right? Yeah, too much work for the speed.
Which of your hands you want to move. So you
Like, I feel like I want to be able to, like, go and then, like, let it, like, a long one, it should be able to keep moving, right? Like, it feels like it's very, like, you gotta chug. And it's, I don't see how that translates to snappy sports gameplay. You know? Like an arcade basketball game. That doesn't sound right.
For viewers watching at home, but I love the HD Rumble 2 feeling when you are sliding a Joy-Con 2 across the surface.
All right, let me see you play. I don't need to see the tutorial anymore. We get it.
Just to ensure kind of learn the basics of mobility with turns.
Those very minute adjustments will help.
Again, those long strides with both Joy-Cons.
I wonder how you like use the basketball too. Like if you're having to like swipe and slide to move, are you like pressing buttons to like hoop? You know?
Basketball. We are going to be shooting and scoring in this game. So
Let's see. We'll find it out, I guess.
basketball, you'll automatically pick it up.
Okay.
Once you reach it. And if you've got the ball and you're near a teammate, with your left and right pointer fingers, you can push the L and R button simultaneously past your teammate. And then if you are on defense, riding up and hitting a player from the front, you'll dislodge the ball to kind of create that loose ball so you can then go steal the ball.
Yeah, I mean, this to me feels like exactly like how I felt about the Nintendo Switch 2 manual, whatever the fuck it's called that we just watched. I literally can't even think of what it's, Welcome Tour. Where, yeah, like I saw that and was like, I don't know about this. And then it's like, we're seeing more of it. And it's like, yeah, this looks worse. This looks worse than I thought. Which, again, is a shame because, like, there's nothing in the world I want more than a fun, arcadey 3-on-3 basketball game. That sounds great. And, like, you know, having, like, a game like based around like wheelchair basketball is like really cool. You know, it's like a you know, I think one of the like I don't know what the like proper term is, but I like, you know, like handicapped sports, right? Or sports that folks with handicaps participate in, that like has a really rich history, you know, like that wheelchair basketball has been around for forever, and it's been an Olympic sport for a long time and everything. So it's like I feel like that's like a great idea for a game, and it's such a shame that it's like what I want out of an arcadey basketball game is it to be like fun and simple and like all about like trick shots and that kind of stuff, and it's like it just feels like it's so stiff. You know? Yeah, Mario Hoops for Switch 2 would be nice. I would love a good Mario Hoops game would be so cool for me as a basketball fan. But yeah, it stinks. I like this idea so much more than I like the execution of it. Like if this was like Rocket League but basketball, you know, like I think that's the vibe that I would be hoping for.
So on team B, which will be our team, it's going to be myself, Dutch, Teresa, and Demetrius, K, and Chiwu.
I like the like hand gesturing around as he moves the Joy-Con.
And you can see we're all hanging out in the court before the match starts. This is just a little area where we can practice before the match starts. In this arena here before we're starting the match. So, all right, there's Team A. We've got some motion control here as well as we see Team B here. We can kind of clap our hands, get our team hyped. Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's go.
All right, so it is a 3 minutes match to see who can score the most.
Whoa.
All right, that's Dutch is B2. Teresa's going to see if she can get a shot off. Oh, no.
Yeah, like this just looks so slow.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right.
So as you can see, like the ball will pass to the team, so it's like after one team dunks, the other team will have the opportunity.
I feel like if you could like when you do the long swipe, if you could get like a rolling, like you would start moving and the momentum would keep going, I honestly think this would be so much better. It's the like you have to, every movement is totally controlled by the swiping, which just makes it feel so stiff, you know? Like that's not like what actual wheelchair basketball looks like, you know? It's like you'll see guys like do like a full like, you know, like both, you know, like from the like back, right? Like a big full push, and then they get momentum and they roll, right? And then like you can roll and shoot. And like I feel like that would add so much more momentum to it, you know? And for there to be these like wheelchair or not like the skateboard ramps on the side, right, is like it feels like this should have more momentum and it should be faster and like more frenetic, you know? And it just see, like that looks like that would be so hard to get up there and get the shot right, you know? I don't think you want that. I think you want it to feel like fluid. It's a shame. I really like this idea. I wish it looked better. I wonder what team made this. Like, is this a partner and Nintendo's publishing it, or is this like an internal team? See, like, look how much struggle they're having to shoot. I don't know, man.
Look at that.
Yeah, like that doesn't look good.
Oh, I can't. Pass. Okay, you got the three-pointer? Oh. Look at that.
Nice.
Just going to back up here. Defense here. Put a shutout here. Oh, nice. Oh, no shutout. No shutout. All right, there's 10 seconds left. Let's see if I can pull off the dunk. Oh,
You make a good point, Wakahula. I think this would be way more exciting if they knew how to play.
Point two, you can see some kind of team highlights here for each player. So it looks like I had Hustle, Teresa with the scoring.
Which I guess though also speaks to the problem though, right? Is that like if you're a new player and you can't sit down and figure it out and like I don't know. Like I don't know.
Hoping you guys bring some more competition this next game.
I think you're right. And I feel like if you have to know how to play for it to even look fun, that doesn't bode well for it, I guess is my thought. But yeah, I don't know.
So let's show a couple of tricks here.
Yeah, I hear that, Medi. Medi says it could be interesting to see some high skill players play it, potentially, maybe. And I'm with that, where I think it seems like there's a higher skill floor, and that maybe these guys just don't have it, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I really wanted this showing to like convince me I was wrong, and that actually it looks fun.
And then if I can pull off a shot with that, you would have gotten extra points. Alongside that, a trick point. I'll try a dunk really quickly. If you're able to get enough momentum and go up a ramp.
If you're able to get enough momentum, but you can't because getting momentum in this game is too difficult.
We'll try one more time on that.
Come from across court.
It shouldn't be that hard in a practice, but
It shouldn't be that hard in a practice.
I want to get basically straight towards the basket. I appreciate you cheering me on.
Yeah, I think that's right, Medi. Like it's missing the thing that Smash has that makes it fun for casuals, and I think that's true of like most good multiplayer games, right? Is like like I was never good at Rocket League, but I had fun playing it, right? And when I was playing against other people at my skill level, it was fun. This definitely has a little bit of that, like, geez, yeah, I don't know.
But let's jump into match number 2. Maybe we'll see if someone can pull off some of these tricks in the match itself.
It's Switch 2. They had to launch with another title all about ARMS. Apparently, ARMS is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, so ARMS about to get a second lease on life, baby.
Next time. Oh, no.
I really want them to show me what their hands look like while they're playing this, because I bet it looks absurd.
Lose it? That's okay. Oh.
Ready for the alley-oop there. That would have been cool.
All right, I'm going to try to set us up here. Oh. All right, Teresa's got it. Oh.
They are struggling.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, man. This is not helping.
Oh, somebody down here? Okay, I'm going to
Go for it. Go for it. Nice.
trying to dislodge, see if I can get a turnover. Oh, there we go. Nice. You got a runway. Oh, yeah, you got it. Oh.
Do.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It seems like they're having fun. Maybe if everybody's in the room together.
Oh, nice shot.
But again, I think it seems fun for like an afternoon, right? Not a game that I like necessarily
It's a tie.
see wanting to come back to
Oh, we still
after
have plenty
playing
of
it.
time, though. Don't worry about it. Don't rush.
But who knows? Maybe this is the ARMS of a new generation, and the folks that get it will really get it.
So when the ball is flashing,
I'm very interested. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this and Nintendo Switch welcome Matt. So probably not well. Good shot.
hey, all right.
All right. Level. We're on tie.
It's funny too, because like the matches are not that long, but like I think the pace of the gameplay makes it feel longer. Oh, nice steal.
Oh, nice. Go, 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 go,
Oh.
Going for that dunk. Getting a lot.
I believe it. We got 24 seconds.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Nice.
Come on, I believe in you. Let's go, Corey.
Oh, I needed a trick. That's no good.
Oh, no.
We need three.
Go, go,
What do we need?
go.
Just if you need a trick. Two and a trick.
Oh no. They seem like they're having fun.
Oh, that was close.
That's a tie. Good job, guys. Good job.
All right, so that is one game apiece. It is best 2 out of 3, so we're gonna play one final match for bragging rights.
Yep.
Demetrius, K, and Chiwu are bringing it clearly. We gotta stop the momentum now.
Okay, cool. No, stop. Just leave it on their hands. I want to watch their hands.
So we'll hop into a game here shortly for our final match, and let's do it. All right. Want to time it
I like that everybody's like working out their little tricks. That's great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, good. Wow.
I'm gonna pass it. There we go. Oh.
There you go. Nice.
Oh.
All right, I'm on a breakaway.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You're clear. You're clear.
Am I? Oh, oh,
No.
oh, fine.
No, no, no.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. All right.
All right, Dutch.
Go, Dad.
Go.
Nice rebound.
Nope. Trying to get set up here.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like so much of this feels like you're trying to set yourself up to do something.
They had an open shot.
You got it. You got it. All right, you got one on your coming on your right.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can hit me right here.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Ooh.
Red team's got it. All right.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Go, 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 go.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you.
All right. There you go. Yellow block for you. Oh no. Oh no.
You got it. You got it. Nope. Nope.
Kick it out.
Oh.
Don't give it a
You got it.
Go, go, go.
Oh no. Oh.
I wonder how they're toggling to that second view.
Wow. This is a game of defense here. Oh no.
Oh my god, this is so funny. They just keep stealing it.
Oh no.
Man, you keep doing that. You keep angling away from the basket and then shooting.
Too excited on the breakaway there.
Oh.
Oh, that's not cool. All right. Nicely done. Oh. Oh no.
That wasn't meant for you.
Oh, I was trying to pass it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, they were wide open. Uh-oh. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We got a lot of work to do. Quick three. Quick three. Oh no, that was off center. But all right, we just need a defense here. Oh, oh. Okay, 14 seconds.
Ryan says, "All right, I'm less sold now than I wasn't yesterday." Yeah, I'm with you. I'm good on this.
No.
You kidding me? They tied. Don't make me watch another round of this, please.
Well, in the spirit of good competition, we'll call it a draw
Okay, good. Thank you.
This was our first first look at Drag and Drive, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Thank you for taking a quick look, and thank you to all of our teammates and competitors. Good job. Up next, we've got a look at Donkey Kong Bonanza, so stay tuned for Nintendo Treehouse Live.
What? A second look at Donkey Kong Bonanza? How long are we hanging out? This is getting ridiculous, man. I gotta eat at some point, you know? See you later, Wakahula. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me all day. So my guess is that they're probably going to wrap after DK. But I'm going to say that I'm tapping out after this one. Whatever this next, this has got to be it for me. 'Cause I got to go eat and, well, maybe I'll go put some food in and I'll see if I can get back before the next one. We'll see how we do. I'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, I'm back. Got some pizza in the air fryer, so should tide me over. I don't know, maybe I should have expected these to be 3 hours. Treehouses are usually long, but I tricked myself. I was looking at I think it was a VGC article that was talking about the timing of the directs and everything. And yeah, I guess I misread that and thought that all of these were going to be an hour too, but I guess it just made more sense to me because it's like there's not that many games, but I didn't expect them to show 40 minutes of Mario Kart and Donkey Kong removed from one another, right? But again, it really makes me wonder what the hell they're going to show tomorrow. But I mean, I guess could do 40 more minutes of Mario Kart, right? And of course, we got the Zeldas, so there's that. I'm taking a look at some other coverage, trying to see if we got any more rumors or anything leaking out here. Yeah, I'm with you though. I thought, yeah, 2 hours. Like when we went over an hour, I was like, oh, cool, we'll go for 2. And then it's like, oh no, we're going for 3 at least. Might be a 4-hour situation even, you know, at this point. Who knows? I don't have another full hour in me though. That's for sure. I'm definitely gonna need to tap out. Feature Nintendo Switch games. Okay, I guess this is just... Okay, so I'm looking at Nintendo's website. They have a featured games list for Nintendo Switch 2. We've seen most of them. The only other games on the list are... So it's Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, Beyond, Kirby Air Riders, Dragon Drive, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, and the Dusk Bloods. So, and they have other like third-party ones when you like scroll down, but like maybe we actually see Air Riders some more, but that seems early. Oh no, it says it's coming this year. Okay, so maybe they show Air Riders tomorrow. Okay, so maybe they show Air Riders tomorrow. There's going to be the Dusk Bloods blog post. That's not coming until 26, so maybe they don't show that. And then maybe they show more Donkey Kong and Mario Kart and then Zelda and maybe even like Kirby Forgotten Lands for upgrades and stuff. Yeah, maybe. Pre-orders are live on 4/9 for the USA. So best spots for pre-orders, I would say, is you can go and sign up for alerts right now from Nintendo, GameStop, and Best Buy. So for my money, if you have the choice, I think buying directly from Nintendo is great if you don't mind like waiting for a shipment. Like if you're cool with it being mailed to you, then like the direct Nintendo route is definitely probably the way I would go for that. With Amazon, it's kind of hit or miss. Like
hey everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse.
I know people have
Live,
here.
Nintendo Switch 2. Once again,
I know people have had trouble with that where they get like delivered late or, you know, or like, you know, left on your porch or whatever, right? So like there's obviously some concerns about that. If you can get a physical pre-order, I would say, yeah, Best Buy is the best place because they said they're going to do a midnight release, no less. So Best Buy is already like, I would say one of my preferred physical spots for buying video game stuff. Just because it's a good experience and they carry a lot of things. But yeah, I think if you want to get one day one, then yeah, go to Best Buy at midnight and you can get your early access and, you know, enjoy it a little bit earlier. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah, it was 3 in a row there. You think that would fill up his
I love his new design so much. It's so endearing. Like, look at him just like puffing his cheeks. Like he makes these funny faces.
layers and levels of this game, including this one. So I want to go ahead and demonstrate that now. Like we can actually just go ahead and punch our way down here.
Yes, we really
and away
want
we
to.
go.
We really
And it
want
was
to
my
stress
pleasure
how
doing this
important
today,
it is
Ryan.
and
Thanks
how
for coming
fun
and
it is
hanging
to
out.
just dig tunnels wherever you can because you never know what is waiting
Ooh, yeah.
for you.
Speaking of,
Oh, cool.
You found something.
Gosh,
Yeah.
this is such a cool thing.
through the floor here.
There we go.
All right.
Like the verticality of this.
A banana.
Oh, banana.
Ooh,
4 bananas in a
banana.
row. If you want to play along at home, make sure you eat 1 full banana for every banana.
Well,
that
we're
you get.
off to a
Okay,
good
I gotta go
start
eat
because our objective
6
in
bananas.
the top left corner of the screen is to find bananas. So we've already made good progress on
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So I'm pressing L to make music, which is pointing me back up above. So I better head back up there using this conveniently placed barrel cannon.
All right.
I appreciate how
There we
musical
are.
Donkey
Oh,
Kong
and now we have a
is.
quick shortcut in case I need to get back down there.
That's great. That's great.
I should probably actually follow this path, though.
Yeah, so we've got some buzzoids.
Gosh, this
hanging
is
out
so
up here,
beautiful.
And they're throwing chunks at you, which is not very fun.
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
There we
Nice.
go.
There you go.
Wow, and he took out a piece of the terrain with
Yeah,
him.
I like that because it shows that all these enemies can also deform the terrain around you.
That
Like
is a
these-
giant chunk of
I wonder like how far this terrain stuff
really
goes.
helpful. Did you punch upwards?
Like, can you
did.
just straight up destroy everything? Like, could I like
So
make this
good.
entire level like
love
much
to be the entire
smaller,
level.
or you know, just
Here's
like
the- okay, so since I'm holding
maybe
this,
not
I'm
like
giving you a
actually
giant chunk.
destroy the bedrock, but just like
this concrete
the size
slab
of it?
here,
I don't know.
Is actually too tough for DK to punch right through on his own. So I'll need to pick up this chunk of stone. You can see how this material interacts with each other.
Oh,
Wow,
cool.
it's
Oh.
even too strong for the stone.
Another chunk off the wall there.
You did do some damage, though.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
gonna take one
strong.
more. Here we go.
There we
That did the
go.
trick. Good job, DK.
That was satisfying.
Well, come down. Oh, so there's another convenient little door here to punch through.
Oh, cool.
Got a fossil hidden on the other side of it. So yeah, there, you really have to explore every part of
Trade for
these,
new fashion. I
layers.
wonder if he has like
They're collectible
multiple different
everywhere.
outfits.
And you can see how there's just different shapes and sizes of everything, too. It's so great. You can just go and explore it all.
I like
Can we
that.
also just take a moment to appreciate the level design here? Like, can we play a game of how many monkeys we can find?
Oh please, yeah. There's so much love
look at
and
that
attention
little
to detail
guy.
all over the
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
absolutely.
See how many things you can track around here that look like monkeys. Speaking of, these two look like monkeys. Hello.
Well, these are actually
Yeah.
salvager monkeys.
Let me say hello.
All right. Don't take kindly to outsiders.
Don't be scared, Hot Rock.
That might be a generalization, Odd Rock.
Yeah, we just got
Yeah, he lost his overalls in the opening cutscene. Like they like flew off of him, or one of the opening cutscenes. So yeah, I'm wondering like what the deal is with that. Like, can we get them back and pop them back on, or is there like multiple like full character customization or whatever?
Sky at all. We were actually under the seafloor, and that is the ocean slowly dripping down into this layer, which is a pretty clear sign that we're actually deep underground right now. You can see we actually probably fell through that hole up
Wait,
above.
this is
where we
underground?
landed earlier. So this is all an underground layer of the planet.
That's so crazy.
We're gonna explore and smash as much
Yeah,
of this
let's
as we
keep
can.
going.
Yeah, let's keep
Yeah.
finding more
Actually,
bananas.
you know what? I want to get down there in style, so I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love
around.
this.
Do
This
some
is so
surf
cool.
surfing.
Nice.
Surf,
Oh yeah,
surf.
look at that.
I want to explore a little bit. I want to get a
Do
good
some
sense of what's around here.
mow some lawns while you're at it.
Yeah, get a little more banana.
God, this
gold.
looks so good.
All right.
Yeah, then I'll rip off a chunk. Like, it
I
gets
think it might be
pretty much
Ryan.
almost anywhere. Any wall, the ground.
Never get tired of seeing his face.
But yeah, there was a scene like in the beginning of it when
It's easy to switch between
like the big
two as
rock
well, so.
there was like a big rock that came and like crushed the area he was in, and he got sucked up in. It's like a tornado basically, and his overalls got like pulled off of him.
Block of terrain
Oh, this is
material.
fun. Yeah,
One of my favorite things to do.
we're gonna grab a chunk of this boom rock here, which is what this material is called. Can you guess what it does? Yeah, you can see it crackling with energy. I'm gonna aim at this wall right here.
A
nice
conveniently
throw there.
Pretty much
target.
take it out.
Conveniently placed
Yeah.
target.
Oh, and there's a treasure chest. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Again, being rewarded for destroying as much of the terrain as possible.
I wonder if there's any other like familiar
Another,
DK iconography in this, like are like any of the other Kongs in this game, or like King K. Rool or anything like that. I wonder.
I think. Is there something else back there?
Or is the implication that this is like a new land he's never been
Oh,
to or
my
something?
goodness.
Remember,
With all the
you have
rock
to eat a whole
people.
banana at home if you're playing along.
Please don't.
Banana 3.
Damn! Wow! Look at the like water.
Very good. Oh,
Like
we'll
his
take a minute
fur's
to
all
enjoy
wet.
DK taking a quick dip here underwater.
Holding his
You know,
breath.
important to
He's
Rinse
a good
off.
swimmer.
Yeah. Always wash your fruit, everybody. Yeah, so we can punch her. Ooh.
Oh, cool! Nice. You can catch him. That's so cool.
Shout out to it. I'm gonna go back and
Gosh,
grab
this
one
looks
more
so
chunk
much
of
fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like.
This looks so much fun, man.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Make our way over there.
Actually, you know what? I want to use it on the concrete wall.
Ba-
I'll
ba-
put
da-
that false
ba-
real
da.
bad. Just gonna use
There
that.
we
Liking the
go.
soundtrack a lot so far.
That's what you
Yeah.
use,
And take out
Blow
that
it all
concrete
up.
wall there, too.
Yes.
That
Okay,
was
another
a
piece of
lot
treasure.
easier than using the stone to chip away at it.
and
That's
like,
for sure.
Oh.
If you just keep going here, you can really wreak havoc. You can really punch your way through so much of this terrain. Really leave your personal mark on all surrounding
Yeah,
environments.
it's
And
like,
it's-
why go forward when you can go all the way around? That's just me. I just destroy it all. There's like nothing left.
Why go forward when you could go all the way around?
That you're making is lingering. It's persisting.
Yeah, actually, you want
Yes.
to see something pretty cool?
Yeah, that's an
Go
interesting
here,
thing that she
go
just
to the
said was
map
that like
screen.
all the damage is
You can
lingering.
actually
It's
see
like
all the destruction we're causing is reflected in real time.
like
in the map.
yeah, it's like permanent.
Which I think is the coolest way to keep
That's
track
so
of just how
tight.
much you're smashing and breaking as you go along. Even that door that I knocked there, you can see through that all the way into where we were. So these fully 3D maps are keeping track of
This
what
is
you're doing.
really
I
cool.
think that is such a cool touch.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's so much more to destroy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. We should get
One
to it,
way to
huh?
make your mark on the world, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, let's
Make
knock
our
on
way
this
there.
door. Well, take care of that.
Not too
Nice.
shabby.
Thanks, bud. High five.
Wow, you get a high five like that too?
Grab more boom rock here. Can never get enough boom rock. Really appreciate boom rock. Yeah.
Here we go.
See
Throw
if I
that
can aim. Take care
right
of
in the
this.
middle.
Turret
Nice.
style made of concrete
Hey, well
here.
done.
Thank you.
One way to solve your problem.
I like being thorough, though. We're gonna go ahead
Yeah, it
and
would be
take care of
nice
all
to
these
see Diddy. I feel like Diddy and Cranky are always welcome
hand
additions.
slap collection.
All right. Was there anything
Oh,
else? Oh,
I
oh,
see.
So,
Banana.
yeah, hand slap again is a quick
Oh,
way to get a sense of
cool. You
what's
can, like,
hiding in the terrain
echolocate?
around you.
let's get to that wall.
You can see there's a concrete doorway there that I could punch through with boom rock. I could blow that up if I wanted.
Could do that.
But I like doing things like a Kong, so
You are missing the gold fountain this way, though. I have to point it out.
I think it's really cool that
I
Nintendo,
got to
like,
snack faster. So.
you know,
Less
since they don't focus on like graphic chasing and photorealism and all that stuff, it's really cool that they're like doubling down on like interesting physics and like taking advantage of like object permanence and stuff like that in interesting creative ways. Like that's way more interesting to me than chasing the next like graphical benchmark, which I feel like we've kind of long since hit a diminishing returns on that
Way
stuff.
through here now.
Just another day in the mines.
Just another day in the mines.
And you are getting rewarded for destroying the
Think
terrain
I've
as you
struck,
go
I've
through.
struck
There's
plan.
the treasure.
Lots of
Yeah, let me
treasure chests and
Get on out
gold.
of here.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Oh,
Ah,
so
fresh air. There we go.
all the way
Yeah.
around.
So you can see I just dug my way through that.
So it
entire
does seem
wall
like it's
there.
open areas rather than like a
Actually,
true
we'll get
open
higher up here and
world,
Get another sense of our surroundings.
That's a good idea.
which I think is probably a good thing.
Kind of see what's awaiting. I actually want to go to that hill over there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whee!
See what awaits us over in this area.
It does have a bit of an
Yeah,
Astrobot
there's
feel.
so much more hiding over here up just on the
Those
top
little
part of this
crabs.
layer. Oh, I think I see somebody.
All right.
We're
So
visiting
now we
over
have
there.
something new.
Oh,
yeah.
On the other side of this shifty stone,
Yeah,
And now
Shifty
it's gonna
Stone
turn
is
that.
cool. Shifty Stone
aptly
turns,
named.
turns into
real.
whatever I throw at it. It's a great little platform.
Is that
It's
Cranky?
fast, so I better keep moving.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Wait, so you have to be careful.
So there's Cranky. I bet you Diddy shows up.
Cranky
Hello,
Kong.
Cranky Kong.
Cool.
Say hi to Cranky here.
You have to exasperate him like that.
It's fun. You know what? He's probably got a big, long rant waiting for me, so I don't know that I want to sit through all that right now.
Yeah, you know, we
It's
got
okay.
things
But-
to do.
but
We
I-
got bananas
yeah,
to find.
I will high five him. Hey, bud.
Just
Good to
hit
see
your
you, Cranky
dad.
Kong.
You need to be kinder to your elders.
Bye.
All right. So now we can go over here.
Ooh, yeah, I want to check out these pipes.
Yes.
Wow.
Love the decision
Yeah.
to avoid the
Like
tutorial
I
stuff and
said,
just
you
show
pretty
more
much
game.
Leave your mark everywhere you go in this game. Let me hop up here and take a look what's in this reservoir.
Oh,
So we see
banana.
a banana down there. Then it's
Yeah.
going to be a good way to get it.
Yeah, so you can see this conveniently placed popper switch. Punch this, I can actually raise it up a little bit.
Nice one.
Go ahead.
Get it to on time. Yeah, you got it. All right.
Nice.
Like I said, always watch your fruit.
This has such a good vibe to it.
I'm getting drenched over here, though. Yeah. Yeah, another quick little chance to just take a quick little swim. Enjoy. We are in the lagoon layer after all. Why not take a little quick dip?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I should probably climb my way back out of here. Again, DK can climb on most surfaces in this game as well, so it's pretty easy to get where you need to go. And I'm going to use the same idea to get to the top
All
of
the
these
way up
pipes here.
here. Yep.
Let's
You make it over to
Bow.
the next pipe. You should be able to.
I believe I can. I'm going to do a little roll and jump,
There we go.
Nice.
which is also a returning move from classic DK
Well
games.
timed. Well timed.
A
Well
little bit of
executed.
bravery required roll and jump.
You got it.
Yeah, so this is more Shifty Stone. Let's see what happens when I give it a good whack.
Oh,
Did you do
cool.
50 smash challenge?
Familiar barrel cannons.
Yeah, that's really cool to get another barrel challenge.
You'll have to really.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
love that. I love that. That's really cool.
Go, about it.
Go.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Nice.
Cleared all of that,
Well done.
which pops up yet another.
Ooh,
banana.
banana.
This would be a lot of bananas.
Look at his face. So good.
Listen, are you a
He's so
DK fan or a
cute.
DK fan?
He has like big, like he looks like a freaking dog. Like.
Potassium intake today
Yeah.
for sure.
That is.
Fun. One other thing, you can actually look and see, since we are technically under the ocean, you can see that all the ground is lit up by the ocean above us with that cool little wavy
Oh,
texture.
that's so cool.
Really cool.
This is a gorgeous game.
Wow, that's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
like I said, so much loving detail put in every corner of it.
Just like
Speaking of
Astrobot.
every corner of it. I go down this pipe, I can
Oh.
find yet another banana.
Huh? A banana.
Is that number 5?
I've
I'm not-
lost
Oh my God! He does the oh banana. I didn't even notice that
bananas
before.
ago.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's from
Yeah,
CK64.
so that's another quick little
Oh,
example of just how hidden
banana.
some of these bananas are. You really got to explore every nook and cranny of these games. See if I can make a bigger crater in my crater.
This is great. I mean, really cool to get like a new collectathon, like from a big
Yeah,
AAA
you know what,
team. You know?
I should probably head back where we came.
Don't
though,
get these
to,
anymore.
See more of what was waiting in that earlier reservoir area. More conveniently placed boom rock. I will pick. This
All right,
up.
I'm gonna be right back, folks. My food is. I just heard the timer go off, so I'm gonna grab that while we finish this up.
They are.
Yeah, so these are Peekaboopoid enemies. These are more baddies for DK to fight.
And they're all in this area.
Get away from me! Get away! Get away! In fact, let me go ahead.
The cutest
Oh,
jump
they're
scare
on you,
ever.
they're on you.
Go ahead and start.
There you go.
Oh,
So a
okay.
convenient way to make a door. Pick up more fossils. I'm gonna work my
Oh
way
my
through the
gosh,
door I made here.
There's more of them.
Oh, there's just so many of these Peekaboopoids.
Did you get the last one? There it is. Okay. Well done.
Didn't like the way that rock was looking at me. Yeah. Oh, so you can see that reservoir down there. It looks like there's some action waiting down there for me. But before we do that,
There we go.
get out of here, Peekaboopoids. More of you. You brought so many friends to the party.
You thought they were going to listen to you? That was your first mistake.
Well, DK will just have to make sure that he leaves a lasting impression on them. Oh, hello.
I love it.
All right, I'm back with a snack.
Handsome-looking rock.
Needs some dental work done, though.
Go ahead. There, add it. There you go. Oh no, sorry, busted lip. I'm sorry. bud. Didn't mean to do that part. So if I follow this path up over here, I can actually find this strange portal here. Can't seem to punch through it, but just as we have done earlier in that earlier segment, by making music with the help of Odd Rock, we can unblock that ceiling tape, head into this first challenge course.
This is a really cool part.
This is fun.
Love a
And there are
challenge course.
courses like this spread out
All
all over
throughout.
the layer, and each one is a little bit different and requires a little bit different skills and abilities
Yeah.
of the
I'm gonna
player.
Psych myself up here. Let's.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
So this one's pretty much monkey bars, which is familiar for DK.
Gotta be careful. Ooh, okay.
Here.
Phew, I thought
Yeah.
It's
you
all
missed.
about
Look out below.
timing.
Yeah. Go ahead and get these collectibles here. More vanadium. gold.
Timing or punching?
Oh.
Wow. That was.
Careful, it's a
That
long way
was-
down.
Yeah.
An infinity way
Look
down.
out,
I
look
actually
out.
think so.
Oh my gosh.
Get out of here.
There you go.
Okay, all right. You're making us nervous.
Sorry. Don't mean to.
Oh, you can push a little bit.
Another
There you
boost
go.
of
Okay.
confidence.
You're
How's that?
showboating too much, BK. Let's keep it going.
So I can drop down here now, collect this first banana in this area.
Nice.
And there we go.
Punch through the crates really quickly.
Oh, and a balloon. So
Yep.
now if you fall, you'll be
Nice.
rescued.
Which is great.
All right,
I
let me
can't
work
tell how
my
many
way
times
through
I
this
fell here.
So there are 3 bananas in here. We're only going to get 2, but a third one is hiding somewhere. So in each of these challenge courses, you're going to want to look for that little hidden surprise as a third banana. But for now,
Yeah, we saw it on the challenge screen at the beginning where it showed 3 banana slots.
We're
This
gonna
reminds
save
me a
that
little
one
bit
for
of
you guys to figure out.
like
Sunshine.
competition.
And the challenge levels in there. You know,
Thank you.
it's cool though. I like that. You know, like the main game
Every time he sees
overworld
a
is like
vanadium
very
gem in this
focused
game,
on like the destruction and exploration. It's cool to have something that's like a little bit more focused on
Good job,
you know,
DK.
Never
platforming
get scared of
challenges.
Bananas either.
That-
So we'll hop into this big barrel cannon, blast our way back up, and keep going in the lagoon layer.
And we're making our way back. Here we are, back in the Lagoon Lair.
Hope you're keeping track at home of how many things are cleverly designed like monkey-themed objects in this layer. Again, there's a lot of very good art in this
Just
game.
saw on the flowers right there.
They're back!
They're back!
So now I will finally
down?
make... Oh, no, you followed me! Get away, get away, get away, get away! Actually, let me try something else.
Get it, spin
There
it.
you go.
Yeah!
Get away.
See, I would be running away at this point.
I should have left one.
DK does not run.
Yeah, Maddie, we just saw Cranky in a little bit of footage just a few seconds ago.
Does not run.
Very cool. I'm hoping Diddy and maybe Dixie make an appearance too. That would be really cool.
What you looking at, bud?
I'm loving the look of this so far. I'll tell you what.
Oh.
Like Odd Rock said earlier, they're
Yeah,
not very
we've got
friendly to
another
outsiders.
unfriendly.
Rude.
Wow, they just gave you the cold shoulder right after, too.
Seems pretty bad for a reservoir.
Yeah.
Maybe the opposite of a reservoir.
Well, maybe we can help them out
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
we're here.
Salvager monkeys seem to be fishing up scrap as a living, so this is probably going to be pretty bad for them. if I
Careful
help
till
them
you
out.
catch it again. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
One more time.
Tag.
Well done.
That's so satisfying every time. And they drop such fun shinies.
They really do.
Oh, okay, so here's a crocoid. You saw that first trio of bananas we got was called First Crocoid Crack. This is another example of a crocoid enemy. First, I want to get this guy out of here. Get away.
Looks like he's wearing concrete on the outside.
Yeah, so hard to destroy. It looks
You're not
like.
going to be able to punch him.
Haha. Dang.
I'm not sure the mud's going to do much, or Sam is going to
Yeah.
do much
So I'm
either.
not
Way
gonna be-
down, it's way down.
Since he's made of concrete, I can't really make a dent myself, so
However,
I'm going to have to rely on...
oh,
Oh, no, that could have been really bad.
oh,
Hey, bud.
There we go.
Yeah, let me take care of him
still
real quick.
there.
Take his shiny, shiny key.
If that was just an inch closer to the boom rock, things would have gone down a little differently.
So I'll give that key a good whack and unlock this void stake that's been blocking the way down. If I give this a few good whacks itself...
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that is fresh Banandium gem. I want those so bad.
That's fresh Banandium.
So we have cleared our way down, and I think that reflects one of the main objectives of this game is to keep working your way down.
Correct.
Find a void stake, smash
So,
the void stake.
yeah, that answers our
Progressing
question.
Further and further down on the course of your adventure, you can see that trio of bananas just sitting down there.
Tantalizing.
Unfortunately, I think that's where we're going to end our segment for today.
Gotta leave things.
See,
to be
this
discovered.
I could have watched 20 more
Looks
minutes
good,
of.
though. All right, so everybody, once again, that was Donkey Kong Bonanza. And once again, don't go away. Up next is going to be Breath of the Wild.
Huh?
Get a banana. See you soon.
Man, okay, I guess this is 4 hours. There we go. All right, folks, I'll tell you what. I really want to hang out and watch this, but I am getting a little tired. I got to record Steam Deck later, so I think I am going to call it there for today. But I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. again. I'll be here with Sierra unless anything comes up. And yeah, we'll be back for more Nintendo Treehouse hangs. So thank you guys for coming and rocking and rolling with me this morning. I will catch you tomorrow.